Yeah, buddy. Still testing. You know how I do. Just came up in the building real quick. Still testing. 1, 2, 1, 2. Hopefully, I'm sounding good to you. You already know the vibe. What's going on, everybody out there? Welcome to the Council Roundtable. We talk about the old fashioned wrestling, let you know what's happening. Episode 51. Yo, I ain't gonna lie. One of the reasons why I started the live a little late, not too tardy, but late nonetheless. You know what I'm saying? I got into New York Undercover. I'm here chowing down on some fried chicken, and I just got stuck in New York Undercover. I'm like, man, don't y'all remember New York Undercover, man? Jeez Louise, what a great show. Until they did all that extra stuff. You already know what they did. First they killed old Torres, and then they went a whole completely different route. They made it more, I guess you can say, more mainstream than you had just doing Malik Yoba starting to mess with what was her name again? The Spanish chick that this dude Torres had married. And it was like, damn, like and then I think they discontinued that season. I think it was the first season they discontinued that shit because he was doing way too much. Mm. I got you right now, Nate. And another thing also, you know what I'm saying? Before anybody and everybody pull up, please make sure y'all read the damn title of the show. You know, we can build on whatever topic you bring to the table also, but you know what I'm saying? You see the title of the show. When you want to pull up, you know, talk about, at least talk about the title that I got up there first. You know what I'm saying? Don't be a twerp. But anyways, on this day of wrestling history, you know how we do. You know what I'm saying? I like to talk about wrestling history because you know, given the fact that we got the old fashioned wrestling, that's what we talk about over here. Okay, give me a second. Here, a second. And of course, this is the source is TJR Wrestling. Always go to them when it comes to this day in wrestling history. Oh shit! Wait, hold on. I'll bump my head. Okay. Okay. You know what I'm saying? This day in wrestling history in 1984 at World Class Championship Wrestling, the Fabulous Freebirds, Michael Piante, Sherry Gordy, and Buddy Roberts lost the WCCW Six-Man Tag Team Championship in an elimination handicap match to Kerry and Kevin Von Erich. Wait, make sure. Okay. Nate.
What's up?
Okay. How I'm sounding?
Good.
You sounding good too, my dude. It's been a minute. How you been? How you feeling?
Good. Well, I got Wi-Fi back at work, so that's good for the work part.
Hey, round of applause. That's what I'm talking about. That's nice.
So
But
that's good.
yeah, so right now, you know, I don't know if you know, but Now I like to start off the show by basically talking about this day in wrestling history.
Yeah,
Like this, is like a new segment I want to bring to the table. So
let's do it.
basically, I was go. Oh, yeah, yeah, definitely. I figured like, why not? It's good content.
Yeah, why not?
So I just started it off right with 1984 and WCCW, the Fabulous Freebirds, who was Michael P.S. Hayes, Terry Bam Bam Gordy, and Buddy Roberts, lost the WCCW Six-Man Tag Team Championship in an elimination handicap match to Kerry and Kevin Von Erich. The match was a handicap match because the third Von Erich brother, Mike, was injured earlier on the card in a match with Gino Hernandez.
Oh, nice.
I don't know. I don't know who the hell Gino Hernandez is, but okay.
Yeah, he was gonna be a breakout superstar, and then he died of a drug overdose, an alleged cocaine overdose.
Really?
So
Wow.
I was looking him up. Yeah, he was pretty decent. He was good heel work. He was like a MJF before his time. You know.
Really?
Yeah,
Interesting.
look him up. Yeah, check him out. Yeah, just sad.
Yeah,
Got my dude Scott in the building.
we talking about old fashioned wrestling.
The old fashioned wrestling. Let y'all know what's happening.
I had to hit you with the Seth Rollins laugh.
That's
How
all I'm
about that?
talking
How
about.
about that with Rollins and him getting personal with Riddle? That was great. You know, you need that.
Oh,
We're gonna get to that. Hold on, we're gonna get to that. Let's just go through this day in history.
that was cooking.
In '89, the Great Muta defeated Sting in a no DQ match in Atlanta to win the NWA World Television Championship.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
In 2017, House Strong Style, now known as Mustache Mountain, and consisting of Pete Dunne, Tyler Bate, and Trent Seven, won the Shikara King of Trios tournament by defeating House of Sendai Girls, which is Cassandra Miyagi, Dash Chisa. Oh, here we go with this shit. And Miko Satomura.
you know what?
Let me get some extra soy sauce with that motherfucking egg foo young. What the fuck?
Yeah,
Yo,
fried
you know what?
wonton.
Get rid of the trios thing. That only worked with the Von Erichs and the Fabulous Freebirds. Everything else is so garbage. It's staged. It's not even real. There's
They have too
never
many
no
tag teams.
stories.
They got to do
Like,
something. They have too many tag teams.
But
like they,
here goes some other WWE news when it comes to 2018. Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre beat the B team. You know the B. You remember the B team? Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel.
those are
Yeah.
my dudes. Those are my dudes.
They won the Raw Tag Team Championship today on this day in 2018
Didn't they have like
in wrestling.
didn't they have like cheesy T-shirts they wrote with like markers or something? The B team.
Yeah, exactly, had a big ass deal there.
Yeah, like bum
And they were
T-shirts with markers.
and they were over.
Yeah,
It was actually, yeah.
yeah, it was actually
Didn't think
over.
they was gonna become over. Oh, he buried that real quick.
Yeah, Vince will bury anything that gets over on itself.
And that's it for the this day in wrestling history. And I also like to do the birthdays. It's not really too notable other than Hana Kimura, and Nick Gulas.
Oh, Nick. Now we know why Nick Khan sent them threatening letters to WWE. It's not just because Triple H was tampering with the talent. Talent really contacted him and
That's
said they
good.
want out of AEW.
But hit, like I'm glad you brought that up because it's like at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Y'all can't just do that. Yeah, AEW may be a shit show right now, but don't just sit there and be like, oh, now Triple H is back in charge. Let's just start flocking over there. That's not right.
Well, here's the thing.
That's
These
not
guys,
right at all. Don't be no punk shit like that.
these kids never wanted to leave WWE. Vince McMahon and Bruce Pritchard forced them out. So they don't hate Triple H. They realize Tony Khan is a dumbass promoter. He don't know what the hell he doing.
Well,
But at the
Tony
same
Khan's
time,
smart.
you cut the deal.
But here's the thing: no one thought Vince was going to retire anytime soon. They thought that he was going to die and he was going to be, and his brain was going to be in a robot like RoboCop.
He didn't keep his dick in his pants. That's why he had to leave.
It always have to be some nice tender romance. That'll be a man's downfall. It's
The
always a
man's
tender
downfall
romance.
is always the snatch, the chocha,
Yes, it is always the CUDA,
the cuda.
aka the snappy tappy,
Yeah, red
aka
snapper,
the forbidden fruit,
the fruit,
aka the giblets of Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving snap.
But Malachi Black, he's like, look, he even said it, I will go to war with Triple H. And then he asked for his release, and Tony Khan said denied.
Denied.
So what if a wrestler decides that he just won't come to work no more? There's no way that you can keep him. Or you just gonna keep him, make him stay home and not pay him? Oh no.
First
Yeah,
off,
maybe they get paid, but a percentage. I don't know.
first off, can't forget about the hot pockets. Hot pockets, you heard the
Hot
microwave.
pocket.
We
Yeah,
find that to be the
I
new.
like this.
Every time we hear a microwave go off, that's gonna be. Every time we see a microwave go off, that's it. We're gonna talk about our favorite hot pockets. So,
Have a name, please.
Scott.
the hell you at? Yeah, White Castle.
Yeah, I don't love myself right now.
Oh, you bugging? You in paradise right now?
Yeah, it's delicious when you first eat it, but when you give yourself a couple of hours,
Hey, Emerald TV, what's going on? You know the vibe. Thanks for stopping by. I
wow.
appreciate you. Y'all hit the
Oh,
thumbs up too, please. You know what I'm saying? She said she hit the second thumbs up. Make sure you hit the thumbs up also. Gladly
always been a
appreciate
fan of
that.
White Castle, always.
All right.
But
I don't know what
Mal,
happened with Nate.
he might have to do the same thing I had to do. I had to exit and come back in.
No, I think he's
You
good
here?
now. Nate, you can hear us? Yeah, we can hear you.
Hello?
We can hear you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm at work, so I'm walking around the computer room. That's why I muted my mic.
You have a
Can you
great
hear
day
me?
too, Emerald. Yeah, we can hear
Can
you.
you? Oh, okay, good. Where the hell is this guy working at? Fast food? Where's this guy?
Now he
Scott.
at
Oh,
White Castle.
you at
Oh,
White
White
Castle?
Castle?
You you
Oh
you.
shit!
That's
I
that.
can eat like a dozen of those like nothing. Those things are so
Uh
I'm
small.
telling you,
huh.
man. Like,
You
oh man, I miss White Castle so
uh
much.
you be pooping like a motherfucker. But let's
Oh,
Hey,
I
get.
only need the McDonald's ice cream cone for that.
but
we thought you was at the Hot Pocket restaurant.
Hot pocket.
Malachi
What if they
Black.
would have came out of that restaurant? But anyways, go ahead, go ahead.
Wow.
Honestly, I don't think Triple H purposely just called these guys. You know, they keep in contact. It's the wrestling world, and they like AEW superstars are liking what WWE is doing. Not because they want to compete, but it's always fun when two promotions is doing great. But for some reason, AEW is doing pretty bad, you got, and then you
Well,
got
nah, you
then
can't say they doing bad. Come on
they
now, I
are
wouldn't go that far.
the
They going
the
through their
rate
functions like what any other
the
Fed will go through.
the
Yeah.
rate
Every business goes
the
through a little
the ratings
turmoil.
are bad. They
No, it's
fans
not. What are you talking about? See, you got to
bruh,
do your homework,
fan,
Scott.
fans are not
Because
filling these
hold
depth
on, wait.
matches.
You cannot say that, Scott. You can't say that because they
See,
actually, I think, the first time in a long time, they got over 1 million in the view or whatever you
what
call that shit. Two
Yeah.
2 weeks straight.
Two
for
weeks
what that
straight.
for what that CM Punk
Ping
sympathy
pong.
party?
It don't matter. They still got the viewership.
Dude,
They
they're
may
gonna
have the
get one.
viewership.
Dude, they're
That
gonna get like a 1.3, 1.4 when we get MJF versus CM Punk at Arthur Ashe Stadium in New York. Holy
that ain't
shit!
My
happening.
main thing, this is
It's
my
gonna be
main
a
thing about that
disaster.
situation. My main
It's
thing
gonna be
about
a
that
disaster.
situation is that they didn't have to go with the whole, this dude, them fighting each other. CM Punk could have pulled that same bullshit off with like somebody else. Still win the match. Don't let him get pinned, but have him like have CM Punk fight somebody else. You know what I'm saying? And during the match or whatever, he hurt his foot, or his hurt is still, his hurt. His foot is still hurt, and when you have it like that, this dude, Mox and Punk never touched. They'll never have touched. They'll still be champ, and going into All Out, you can have that big ass title match instead of putting this shit in the middle of the show for a fuck finish. I think that took a lot of steam out this rivalry.
That's
Yeah,
what that's what happens when you have an inexperienced promoter that panics.
yeah.
Yeah, he tried to pop with Reagan. He didn't even have to do that at all. Like, if you was gonna put that match in the middle, then have CM Punk fight somebody else and have Mox like on commentary, since they love their commentators. They got like 5, 6 motherfuckers over there. Have this dude Mox commentate that match too or whatever. And
I
in
would
the
have had
point
him
where
raw.
they won't have to fight. The match will still be somewhat fresh, and that could be your big main event, title versus title at All Out.
Yeah.
Now, come on, the rivalry to me lost steam because of that fuck shit.
Well, I mean, you try to get the thing too with the his Ace Steel. Punk was going out there like he was gonna retire, this and that, and his buddy came out. So I don't know. You got the Chicago crowd, so
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it
Well, I
kind of
guess when it
worked.
comes to viewership, it worked because
Yeah,
they
and
they
in the end, it worked.
they
In the
above a
end, it worked.
million for two. And
Yeah.
that's the thing. Like, I don't want anybody to think like, oh, I want AEW to fail. Nah, but just like how we call WWE on this shit, they gotta be the same thing for Tony Khan also.
Oh yeah, he
I'm
don't
just
get no pass no more.
they need to bring the wizard back. I can't wait for him.
Did you
I'm
hear?
gonna fireball at your ass because I'm
Did
a
you hear the
wizard.
rumor about the Joker on Sunday?
They wanted to
Who,
be
MJF?
MJF.
No, Super Dragon. I was looking this dude up. And this guy wrestled like fucking. This guy's crazy. I was like, damn, this guy got a move set.
Thank you. His old ass still wrestling.
Yeah,
Super
I didn't know.
Dragon.
I never really heard of the dude, and I looked him up.
Super
And wow,
Dragon.
you know.
First time I heard about Super Dragon, he went up on a fan because the fan kept chanting Super Dragon. It was hilarious. Them, them,
Yeah,
them D house shows are hilarious, man.
I guess
It,
the Young Bucks posted something on Twitter with Super Dragon's thing,
oh
whatever,
my
and
God.
they deleted it. So.
Can
Yo,
we
I'm
not
not gonna
talk?
lie. I
Can
just
we
heard
not
about
talk
Super
about the Young
Dragon from
Bucks?
Mania. I didn't know that was an actual wrestler. I thought that was
Yeah,
just something they made up.
Super Super Dragon could have been something big if Vince wasn't stuck in his old ways and actually
Stop
signed him.
playing.
He was doing Rey Mysterio moves and he's 6 feet tall.
yeah, the guy's
Well,
tall, and he does like these crazy movesets for a big guy. I was like, damn.
So this dude is guess he's supposed to be coming to All Out. He's gonna be the Joker.
Guess that's the rumor.
but do
But
anybody remember him?
I still think it's MJF or Samoa Joe. I think those are the two.
I think they don't need no new people. That's what I think.
Exactly.
Yeah, they don't.
Enough.
They can't figure out the problems they got with the old people. So you want to add
Exactly. That's the shit that kills me. It's like, it's like he got that high, that here comes a new challenger high. Like
I
in
think
Street Fighter when you put the quarter in the machine and, and you see
I,
William Morrissey coming out. Like, come on now, like,
I think
and
that
you
Yayo
saying that you got more people you gonna sign, my dude? Why?
I think that Yayo is messing with his judgment.
I
And
honestly
here's the
think.
thing. He's making these guys wrestle for 5-year contracts. So he's stretching out their salary. So that's why he's
And
not getting a
remember,
lot
they
of
still
money.
ain't make their money back yet. All this money he's blowing, they
Oh
still
yeah,
in
he
the
owed
red.
them. They still
Oh,
got to
they'll
pay
make
that
it.
back.
They're gonna make it back. That video game's coming out. That's when the profits are gonna start rolling in. Once
And
that
I'm
video
not
game
gonna
comes
Well,
out.
lie, like it's like I know this is the final product, but that should like a hit and miss for me. I'm not gonna lie. First of all, it looks a little too cartoony,
I like it. It's
and
almost like the old NWO games from
yeah, I give it that. I give it that. Like it got those THQ mechanics
yeah, I
that
like
give you
that.
that no mercy vibe. Yeah, I could dig that. But don't you? Doesn't it look like? And like I said, I know this is not the final development, but so far it looks like they look a little like gelatin like. Just really look at the game like how like they bounce. They look a little bouncy. The
well,
graphic.
they're not trying to get sued by 2K. You know
No.
2K. 2K got the main likeness. Now, if 2K had the same machine like THQ, oh, would have been flawless game. But I'm not a fan
Yeah,
of
ain't nothing like
2K.
the THQ. Ain't nothing like the THQ shit. THQ shit was man. I used
Yeah,
to
I'm not.
love Mercy and was it NWO versus the World or one of them
Yeah,
motherfuckers where you
I
could
love.
pick Muhammad Ali as a secret character.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but you know what? They took it to another level when they did SmackDown. Here comes the pain.
Oh hell
You ever
yeah!
try?
That
You ever
game
try?
right there was like on another level. You can still play that game now.
You know how hard it was to beat Brock Lesnar in a story mode match?
Him
That's
and
some.
Bum the Taker. They had both of them dudes was invincible in that game.
Yo, you're gonna
And
stop
and The Rock.
disrespecting the Undertaker. Oh yeah, The Rock, he was another. And Goldberg, I was like, dude, you put me in an intercontinental match with this guy, I'm never gonna win my title. Because I was using Randy Orton, and Randy Orton wasn't rated high. I said, oh, I'm about to get squashed.
Nah,
I
I ain't gonna
love
lie.
the.
Go ahead, Nick.
No, I was gonna say, I love NWO versus the World because you could do like the Doomsday device, and
Yeah.
I used to always do that. And I love the fact that you can block a low blow by just sticking out your chest. I'm like, yeah, okay. I used to
I'm
laugh.
glad.
Like, what?
I'm glad someone said that.
I started laughing.
Oh god, that asshole. You be able to block anything by just using your
Yeah,
belly.
just stick your chest out. You can block anything. Yeah.
And I think about like No Mercy, they modified the blocking a little better. Like you could cover your head and stuff. I think it was No Mercy they
Yeah.
made it more realistic.
I forgot. My buddy had one of the SmackDown wrestlings on PlayStation, whatever. And when the Road Dogg came out, the microphone was like 3 feet long, whatever. I'm like, what the fuck? I think it was huge. Talk about cheesy graphics.
I mean,
Mm-mm.
back in the days, we used to say, bro, no graphics can get better than this. And now you look at it, you're like,
Yeah, yo.
did he?
Like when that shit first came out, fucking what was it? Here
Nintendo
Comes the Pain, I think it
64.
was. Man, Here Comes the Pain.
Oh,
You was like, yo, like
I'm not even gonna lie. PS2 was off the charts when it came to that graphics. I think it was better than PS3 to be honest. Mechanical wise, gameplay, everything.
yo, all I know is this: like when it comes to 2K23, they gotta fix that GM mode, man. Like, come on, B. Like, we on the verge, hopefully, to have two really good wrestling games next year. They gotta capitalize on this shit. We may not never get this ever again.
I want to see what the rating's gonna be. That's my big thing. Are they really
Vote.
gonna have? Are they really gonna have John Moxley rated 92 when he really should be at
Hell
81?
yeah, you bugging. They gonna have that dude at like a 95. Ain't nobody touching Mox right now. You know they're gonna have this dude super juiced up.
Y'all keep hold on. Y'all keep sleeping on my boy Mad Cat Moss.
Stupid.
Was there?
Yo,
Yo,
what's going on? What's going on? How you?
I'm just making some edibles over here.
Oh,
Oh man,
oh,
that's what I'm talking about. We got the cookies, the brownies. What you got?
funk, funk,
Oh,
funk,
I'm
funk,
more of a
funk,
brownie guy.
funk, funk,
Oh,
funk,
yeah, they're nice.
Nice.
funk, funk, Colonel.
Oh, speaking of Brownie one, you got to watch Barney Miller Hash episode. That's a classic episode. Cops high on weed.
So that's what I plan on getting when I plan on going to Colorado most likely in December. I heard
So
they got
what
the
you
good
think's gonna
stuff
be?
out there.
Since and since we already talked about Clash of the Castle, what you think's gonna be the sleeper match for All Out?
That's a good question actually.
I honestly think Jericho and Danielson will put on a good match.
That's not going to be a sleeper match though. You already
No.
know most people will just watch it all out mainly for that.
Yeah. I think the women's match might surprise us, that 4-way match.
Oh, as a matter
Sleeper
of fact,
match.
somebody want to pull up the card? Let's pull up the card real quick. Let's talk about it.
Yeah. Let's pull it up.
Go ahead, Tom.
I was just gonna say sleeper match is gonna be Jungle Boy and Christian.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's going to be a good match. Like,
And Ricky.
I can't hate on Jungle Bum's skills in the ring. He's just not he's not a caveman. They need to cut that gimmick out.
Actually,
Well, he's
the
probably
tag
gonna
match
be a different
would
one,
be
you know.
good, too. The Warlow FDR match, Jay Lethal, Motor City Machine Guns. That'd be a good match.
But
That
like
makes
also
no
real shit.
sense.
Also real
That
shit.
makes
I would
no
have Jungle
sense.
Boy. I would have Jungle Boy like his father in Beverly Hills 90210. I'll give him that gimmick.
Ew.
I just want
It's
to see
better
what
than him being a fake ass caveman.
We don't need no Dylan Jr. Stop it.
Man, look. He's not a caveman. Like the fuck. Give him Duke the Dumpster's roasty gimmick. Give him something. The
Nah,
fuck.
man. His music is perfect.
He's not a caveman.
I just want to see.
Even though I love that music, but
I'll tell you one thing. We already know what the worst match is going to be for the night.
What, Jade Cargill?
Oh, God. She going to do terrible.
She going against
Athena?
Yo,
Mhm.
you know Athena should lose that match, right? She needs that win. Fuck her name was again.
Jade
Black
Cargill.
China. Jay Cargill.
Do you
Yeah.
call Black China?
I'll do like
Yeah.
a rematch at that.
Black
New York,
China.
do a rematch at that New York Arthur Ashe show, and then Athena wins the title. You know, do some.
Maybe
I
the
don't think
battle-
that's necessary. I think
No, they got
Jay Cargill should get fed some stars. This is going back to what Scott said.
gotta
Like
get
he's
her-
right.
No.
She didn't beat no notable names. She needs some notable names under that title to really bring prestige to that title.
That's because they don't have any notable names.
Yeah, I was saying, don't have any notable names.
And that's what I said. She definitely gotta beat Ember Moon. And I fucks with Ember Moon, but she needs to lose that match.
But the problem
I don't
is
think so.
she's
She's
too
already
sloppy.
30-0, bro.
she's too sloppy in the ring to be with
She's
notable
had
wrestlers.
her undefeated streak is going on longer than Goldberg's, bro. I mean,
Hey,
if she's
Goldberg.
gonna lose, if she's gonna,
Goldberg was like 200-0. Like, what do you mean?
I'm talking about
He's talking
about
about
days.
time.
Like
He's
daytime.
talking about time. Yeah.
Yeah. You got to remember, Goldberg was like 20-0, and then like the following week he was 35. He wrestled 15 times in 7
People
days.
forget Goldberg.
Yeah, he was
Goldberg,
wrestling
like,
people on his way to the arena.
Goldberg was doing all that shit, and he wasn't even a year in the business because when he made his debut, it was like September, and then by April of the next year, he was already U.S. champ. So
Goldberg was already wrestling on that like the C show that was aired on Sundays on TBS by WCW.
Right.
So he was squashing the jobbers. Then he worked his way up to the mid card. Then his real test was like, okay, let's see how you do against the Giant. And I ain't gonna lie, what he did with the Giant was fucking impressive.
Yeah, he lifted him with that
believable.
jackhammer. Oh.
When he speared him, I'm like, holy shit, I felt that.
The spear wasn't shit. It was that jackhammer. Like
I don't know. That spear
when he
made some
did that shit,
impact.
that was nuts.
Oh yeah,
He
yeah.
still got the craziest spear I've ever seen. Probably like one of the loudest pop. I know you remember it, Nate. If there's anyone listening, you've never seen it, go back and watch Goldberg and Raven on Nitro for the U.S. title. When Goldberg speared
Mm.
Raven,
Oh, yeah.
like the arena was like fucking shaking. That's how
Yeah.
hyped the fans were back then. Like you could like the heart camera would literally be moving. That's how fucking hyped the fans were back then. There's only like 3 other times I've seen the arena shake. That one, the one where Mick Foley beat The Rock when Stone Cold came out and hit everybody with a chair. The arena shook
Yeah.
then.
Yeah.
And the arena shook then, and then I think it was Mania. What was it, 8? When Warrior came back at the end of the show to save Hogan, and the fans were like really hyped. But that's when you know the fans are crazy. Like when the arena like is fucking shaking. So
I
Yo,
don't.
I thought they
Yeah,
went.
definitely
I
remember
thought
that
they went
shit.
ape shit. I thought they went ape shit when he won the title.
Yeah. Oh,
But
they went
yeah,
into
yeah, that was the
Hogan.
same. That was the same match. It was really like a 5-minute pop because he came out, he hit everybody with a chair. Then I think he hit The Rock with a chair, and then Mick and the fans were going crazy, and then Mick pinned him, and then he counted 3, and then like the fans went even crazier. So
Yeah.
AEW has really only had, I'd say, like 2 moments like that. One was when Punk came back, his return, because that was like one of the loudest pops I've heard like since the Attitude Era. And the second one was the Arthur Ashe Stadium show when they opened with Kenny and Danielson. Like when the bell rung, they just stood there in the ring for a couple of seconds, and the fans were just going crazy. They hadn't even done anything yet. That was like probably the closest we've gotten to like any kind of like, and I'm not saying they're on their level, but that was like the closest we've gotten to like maybe like a Rock Hogan. Because you remember like when Rock Hogan fought, like they just stood in the ring and the fans were just going
Man,
crazy. Like
yeah, exactly. I was about to say they just stood
yeah,
there and the fucking place was shaking. Like my
right.
peoples had went to that event. He said, "Yo, like it was deafening in
Canada.
there. Like literally, it was
Actually,
pandemonium like a motherfucker."
I actually think that Kenny's condition will make him better because like he can't do the
He's
crazy shit he
slowing
did
down.
before.
He's
Right.
slowing down.
Yeah,
But
he
because he's
having
so
crazy
over now,
matches.
right. But because he's so over now, he doesn't even got to do crazy shit, and like the fans eat it up. Like
Yeah.
my favorite spot in the 6 man on Dynamite was when Will Ospreay he went for the little cartwheel dive. Like Kenny, like from 5 years ago, he would have did like a V trigger or some shit. But Kenny now he just let Will did it, and then he just like caught him and just suplexed him, and the fans just went crazy. So I was
Yeah.
like, yeah,
Well,
this is actually making him better. It's making him slow down. He's doing less, but it doesn't matter because he's so over. So
remember what Billy
Cornette can't give
Gunn
him shit
said.
anymore.
Remember what Billy Gunn said. He said, "Yo, these wrestlers need to learn how to slow it down if they want to live past 50." And I think he
A lot
meant
of
that.
motherfuckers done
I
said
think
that
he
shit. Yeah,
and
man.
I think he said that directly to Darby Allin's dumbass want to jump
Oh,
over houses in a Bronco. I'm sorry, I still can't get over that shit. I'm like,
I
Yeah, and
thought
damn.
that
that's
was
why
lost.
when he did that whole blood and guts spot, it didn't mean anything when he got thrown off the cage. Any other time, if he wasn't flipping all over the place, yeah, that would have been a holy shit moment. But him just doing that, it's like, oh, that's a Sammy Guevara. That's what he does. It shouldn't
That
be like that when it comes to a high spot like that.
that Bronco jump. I thought that was lost footage from OJ and AC Collins, the chase. And I was like, what the fuck?
I
I don't
couldn't
remember.
believe that shit.
He got a tattoo too. You see, he's got his new tattoo. Darby he got a fucking spine tattoo.
He's
And then
another one. Like
and
that dude,
and
man. Look,
and then he
I
does
think
a line.
Darby's a man. Go ahead, go
Then
ahead.
he does a line of coke with Sting, and they sit there and say, "Who can do the dumbest shit in a match? I got you. Watch what
Sting's
I
gonna do a
do."
crazy spot. Sting's gonna do something fucking crazy.
And that's another thing too, you know what I'm saying? Like they got this dude Sting a little bit too invincible. Like
And
how you had this I'll never
that's why
forget when they
Taker.
had this dude Sting beat up the Acclaim by himself. I'm like, come on
Yo,
now.
hold up. Since we're talking about Sting, that's why Taker can hold his L. Talking about, I didn't want to work with Sting because I didn't think the match would be good. Meanwhile, your bitch ass gonna work Goldberg. Karma taker.
You know what I call him? You know what I call him?
Sting was amazing. He was
Bomb
still
the taker. He's a bomb.
Remember, Sting got to TNA at age 40 and he was still going.
Yeah, he was still going to bury Bobby Roode in them, winning titles that he didn't have to fucking win.
Because that's the icon.
No,
Don West.
That's the icon. Who's Bobby Roode? Come on now.
you bugging. Bobby Roode held that company on his back. Him and James Storm had like the best storyline at that time. You tripping?
Kurt Angle and Christian Cage held that company. Let's stop it.
Yeah, but so did Bobby Roode. Like, didn't Bobby Roode even beat Kurt Angle also?
Nope.
Come on, my
It wasn't
dude.
Kurt
You
Angle.
wildin'.
What's the show tomorrow? What time's the show tomorrow? 3 o'clock? 2 o'clock?
1 o'clock. I'm gonna be at
1
work,
o'clock.
man. Like, I'm tight. I gotta fucking work tomorrow.
Yes,
You better pull out that cell phone and look at the cock.
What?
I'm gonna be at work. I'm gonna have.
What's the show called? Pillow at the
I
Castle?
told you about that bullshit, nigga. Stop that fucking shit. Pause. Pull out your cell phone and look at the cock. Pause.
What's the show called? Pillow at the Castle? What is it? 4 hours of sleep? What's it called?
It's going to be.
Nah, that's gonna be a good show.
Yeah, it'll be
Tell
good.
me.
You think Theory's going to try to cash in after Drew wins?
There's going to be a fuck finish.
Fuck finish? Yeah.
Because they're promoting Drew McIntyre way too much.
Yeah. Now, is he putting both titles on the line or is one? He gets a choice?
Both titles.
It's both. That's what I'm saying. It's both. But I think Toph had brought up a good idea. Like, because since this dude Drew McIntyre is such a noble guy. Like, if he was to win both of the titles, he would just relinquish one of them and just hold on to one. Be like, oh, one of them should have, should be worthy enough for somebody else to carry, and I'll just hold down one in that role, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
And to do like a fucking like King of the Ring tournament for the championship. Do some shit like that on Raw.
No.
But they would just go through a tournament.
No, I know, but still, you need football season right around the corner, so you got to get something for Raw.
The way the roster's forming up, that wouldn't be a bad idea. Oh, have y'all seen how Braun Strowman looks now?
Yeah,
he looks serious.
He got himself in the shape when he went to Sin for CYN. Talking about controlling your own narrative, huh?
I mean, he had.
As soon as he seen that contract, he was like, "Peace out, motherfucker."
I mean, he has to get in shape if he's He has to get in shape if he's going to clap Michelle Rodriguez. Raquel Rodriguez.
You might have a point, and that's probably the other reason why he went back because his girl is over there. Like,
Michelle Rodriguez.
You really blame him?
Yeah, but you
get more money and you get to be with your lady.
They paid him 6 figures. He took another 7 figure. He took another 7-figure deal with WWE. And it's
but
all
here's
about
the thing,
that.
though. What do you do with this? What do you do
about
with this dude? Like, who would you? Go ahead.
Y'all talk about control that narrative, more like control that paycheck. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah. He was like, look at EC3. You don't pay the bills, and you look like you're giving birth to a fucking bicep.
I will say this: you can't use Braun Strowman as a baby face. You got to make him a heel. He's a monster. He's a monster. I didn't like him when he was
who would you put him against? Like, what would be his first rivalry?
There's too many big guys that are monsters.
Like, I ain't gonna lie, I would be with some bullshit like this. Fuck it. I will put Braun Strowman and Omos together.
Oh my god.
Have them like the new version of the natural disasters type shit. Like, just these two big Bobo from Double Dragon looking motherfuckers.
We got our answer. Bobby Lashley.
Vince would be like Wendy's, man. Where's the beef? There's the beef right there.
Braun can terrorize Bobby Lashley for about
I tell you what.
It'll be a fresh match, but who really wants to see that? Really?
I tell you what, they need to put Braun Strowman if Bray Wyatt comes back, put him back with Bray Wyatt and find another third.
Well, the way I see it, I'm not crazy about him. Roman has unfinished business with Braun and Bray because if you remember when he won the Universal title, he won it from both of them. It was a triple threat. Bray and Braun, the Fiend and Braun were beating the shit out of each other, and then Roman just DLC'd himself into the match, speared Braun, and that was it. And then Braun got fired after that, and then the Fiend disappeared and then transitioned into a feud with Orton, and the stuff with Roman was never revisited. If I recall correctly, I believe the exact words that Roman said to Braun was, "You're only a monster when I'm around," or something like that.
Exactly. Yeah, I remember that.
I think to the Fiend, he just said, "You're a freak," or something like that. I forgot exactly what he said to the Fiend, but the point is,
he said, "You're just a man with a mask. This is my house."
Yeah, or something like that. Yeah. So the Fiend or Bray and Braun, like they both got unfinished business with Roman. So, it gives Roman something to do in the meantime until Mania. So there's an idea.
I would say this: if they're gonna bring this dude back, he got to get back on his juggernaut shit, like how he was before with the whole "I'm not finished with you." Bring that shit back. He got to be the juggernaut of WWE.
He threw I loved it on the stretcher. He threw him off the thing. I fucking died.
I felt bad for Braun. He was a heel, but he was getting babyface heat because everybody hated Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
At that time, he was Roman Reigns, like how R used to call him.
Yeah, and that was like one of his best feuds.
Vince was like, "Why the fuck they turn him on?"
Both of them.
Yeah, why they turn on Roman?
They turned everything to get Roman Reigns over. I mean, shit.
Because at that time, this dude, Strowman, was just popping. Like people liked the fact that he was picking up ambulance vans and throwing motherfuckers off stages and roaring and all that. But as soon as that dude, Brock Lesnar, punched him in his jaw, that was it. That was the beginning of the end.
Yep.
Oh, you see how they did your boy Ricochet?
Be more specific.
What's he doing at NXT?
He needs to go back to NXT.
No, he don't.
Wow. Listen, Ricochet is not that guy.
Why the hell he got to wrestle corny ass Carmelo Hayes?
Ricochet is, he's always been, like the thing about him is that, he can go in the ring. It's just he can't talk. So when he was Prince Puma and Lucha Underground, it worked. I don't know if anybody watched Lucha, but in Lucha Underground, like it worked because Conan was his manager and Conan just, spoke for him. And in New Japan, you don't really got to be a promo guy in New Japan. But in WWE, that's always his problem is, he can't talk.
But Carmelo Hayes, come on.
For the people that's watching, all y'all gotta do is hit the link. If y'all want to pull up, y'all can pull up. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about the old-fashioned wrestling. Talking about All Out. You said what?
A basketball player, Carmelo Hayes. Doesn't sound like a basketball player.
Yeah, but whoever wants to chime in, the link is right there. Y'all can pull up if y'all want. Hit that like button, all that fly shit. Definitely appreciate y'all being here, baby.
My stomach don't feel good.
Going back to what you on Cuckoo?
Dude, I think Tony Khan can put Vince in the grave on Sunday if Cena's the Joker. John Cena shows up.
Oh God, this dude would. Oh God, this dude would have a motherfucking baby.
I might laugh my ass off at work for some shit.
I laugh at Batista. That'd be cool.
Cena,
but he wouldn't be Cena though.
If Cena shows up, if Cena shows up on an AEW show, Vince is gonna be like that crazy dude off of No Holds Barred at the end of the movie when he was in the office.
I think Triple H.
I don't know why Vince is happy because he left WWE in a good place.
I think Triple H will remove all of John Cena's content if he did that.
Oh
You son of a bitch.
Yeah, of course they're gonna do it. They have no choice but to do it. Like
you see
if we go to the opposition,
like, people forget
shut
though.
all that footage down.
Well, that's not true because they didn't get rid of Daniel Bryan's footage.
people forget though, like Cena is not like out of the Cena. Vince ain't out of the company. It's more like he just doesn't do creative no more. But Vince is still well with the company.
Yeah.
Vince ain't doing
I believe you because I don't think Triple H wanted Braun Strowman to come back, especially immediately.
No, I'm saying that because Vince is still
I'm just saying that seems like a. No, that's what I'm saying. I think Braun coming back is a Vince call. I think Vince wanted him to come back because remember when he had released him from before, he didn't want to release him from before. Actually, he just wanted to give him a pay cut.
Probably.
And this dude Strowman wasn't trying to hear that, so he was like, "Look, we can't afford you right now. I got some hookers in the car. They play
that's
money."
that's what makes me laugh.
Dead ass though. That's what he told him though. Not the hooker part, but that's what he said. He couldn't afford Strowman at the time, so he had to let him go.
They can't afford Strowman, but they can pay Lesnar $11
That's what
million.
makes me laugh about the whole
Get this
thing,
shit
though,
out of here.
because
exactly. You can't pay Braun Strowman.
Well, there's a difference.
Lesnar, but you give Brock Lesnar $11 million, and then he makes $500,000.
It's not about money. It's not about money.
Because
let me explain.
It's because Lesnar's a draw.
WWE. It's not about money in WWE. It's all about what they feel like you're worth. If they feel like you're worth it, they'll give it to you. That's what it's about. They felt like Braun was
way more.
If they
well, not all the time. Hey, not all the time. Let's not get that misconstrued because there's some motherfuckers that roster and you like what you get paid how much, my dude? When's the last time you had a match?
And Lesnar didn't sell more than New Day, so let's not go there.
I used to love the contract with WCW.
We're not talking about.
Oh, hold on, y'all. Let's go. Let's go. Go ahead, man.
That's a weird comparison to put for Brock Lesnar against New Day. Of course, New Day is going to outsell Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar is more of a draw, though. He puts asses in seats compared to Braun Strowman.
Yeah, and he also sells merchandise, but nobody was expecting New Day to turn out the merch specialists that they are. Especially
where they underestimated Braun was like, Braun's like not, fucking Rick Rude or Jake the Snake Roberts, but he's a competent wrestler that can go in there with anybody and do what you need him to do. So if you walked up to Braun Strowman and said, "Hey Braun, we need you to go out there and make Drew look really good," he can do that. "Hey Braun, we need you to go out there and do a tag team thing with just giving you a random name, Madcap Moss." He can do that. Amos, whatever his name is. He can't do that.
Amos. Mighty Amos.
That's where they messed up Braun. That's what you want. You want to have when you're a promoter. You want to have that one guy that can basically do whatever you ask of him. And
put
Braun
the title on Amos. That's what we talking about. Goddamn.
Oh my god.
That would I
would expect Snunks to say some shit like that.
I would lose.
I agree with him.
They gave Amos the title.
I bet you do.
What, the 24/7 title?
No, the Undisputed Championship. I would lose my shit.
Yeah.
That would put.
You sure you don't get high?
Oh my god.
I mean he is high, but I'm saying that would put MVP in the market for one of the greatest managers of all time.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they gave David Arquette the world title, so anything's possible. So there you go.
Well, technically, MVP can be considered because without MVP, Bobby
David Arquette is a bigger star than Omos. That's the difference.
Oh, because of his wife.
David Arquette had a longer career than Omos.
Check this out. Lashley was going to be the almighty regardless. I think someone finally came to Vince, slapped them around, and said, "What the fuck are you doing with this Lana bullshit?" Because Lashley don't.
Who said that? Ain't no motherfucker came to me. I've been preaching this shit ever since the show was even invented. That nobody didn't want to lay hands on Vince McMahon.
All right. Well, not
only one that wanted to lay hands on Vince McMahon was Bret Hart and fucking
Nails.
Well, Vince is a fragile man now. Like, you're gonna go to hell if you slap a 70-something-year-old man.
Man, look, he still deserves a slap.
Vince will destroy. I swear.
Man,
underestimated
leave Vince alone. just because he was banging fine ass women like Dawn Marie.
I don't give a
he
fuck
ain't got
about
the
that. I'm talking about him ruining people's lives unnecessarily.
Ruin their lives.
He ain't shit when it comes to that. Now, did he help a lot of people? Fuck yeah. But there's also times he was very evil and he ruined people's lives
Yeah, not
unnecessarily.
him too.
Y'all ready for Dominique to be Rhea Ripley's sex love slave?
Oh my god.
Hell yeah.
Jeez. Did you
He
see
said,
them on
"Hell
the Family
yeah!"
Feud?
Like you sound a little too enthused.
Nah, because it's time for him to grow up. It's time for him.
Yeah.
It's time for him to.
So
actually
him being a
do something.
cuck is growing up.
No, I didn't say be a punk. He about to hit. He
Like,
about to.
if
He
then he's supposed to
about
be grabbing
give-
that bitch Rhea Ripley, like
Nah,
bring
bro.
your tall lanky ass over
Nah.
here.
Oh, he
What?
is. No, hey,
It's Rhea
hey,
Ripley.
Rhea
It's
Ripley
Rhea
about to
Ripley,
get
bro.
that Latino heat. God damn it.
Well, I mean,
Like,
he takes after
you
his
see,
dad.
like you seen how
Hey,
you seen
yo,
how his
yo.
his real father
Can
Eddie
we
was Go ahead,
can we-
go ahead.
Can we talk about how Dominic, as the weeks go by, he's got the Eddie Guerrero '97 mullet?
Yeah.
I'm talking about that.
That's his real father.
His real father.
That's his character development.
That's
Maybe he
his
might wrestle better.
puppy.
Oh,
If
man,
Rey
it's
Mysterio passed
Dominic.
away tomorrow when Eddie's birthday comes back around, Dominic would say, "Happy
Yo,
birthday, Daddy."
This is what
I
they
think
should
he was
do.
even a bum on Family Feud. I gotta watch that episode
This
again.
I saw
this is
one.
what
They
they
went
should
past
do,
money.
man. This is what they should do. This is what they should do to pop a number, and Vicky would be cool with this, bro. They need to go to Houston, and they need to do a cold open, and they need to play Eddie's old theme.
And
they need to.
bring Vicky Guerrero's thick ass back on TV.
No, let me finish. Let me finish this idea. They need to do a cold open on Raw. They need to play Eddie's old theme, and they need to have Dominic coming out on his knees chasing Rhea, just like Eddie chased China. That's what they need to do.
He can't, but he's not that charismatic. Like
I got
Eddie
one
was.
better. I got one better. How about on a pay-per-view when when Rey Mysterio goes against
Yeah, I know about it. Yeah.
Hold on,
he
Nate.
could come out to Eddie Guerrero's theme song.
Though. After midnight. Yep.
Go ahead, Snow. Say that again.
Uh-oh.
Snugs.
Sorry about that.
Ninjas got him.
I saw the Mysterios. They won fast money. That was cool.
Yeah. Oh
Can you
man,
hear me?
sent that
Hello?
bid and all that shit. Yeah, now we get you now. What you was saying?
Oh, yeah, couldn't hear me before?
Nah, that's all I was saying. Repeat what you said.
Hello?
We can hear you. We hear you, Snugs. Can you hear us?
What the hell?
Oh shit.
The ninjas.
The
The ninjas.
Well,
Can you hear me
leave, Snugs, leave and come back. Try to leave.
Can you hear me now?
Just try to leave and come back. Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you. Can you hear us?
Yeah. My bad.
All right.
Can you hear me now? Is it clear?
This guy's what?
TikTok.
I'm about to kick your ass out of here, Snugs.
I think he's more lit than a campfire for Boy Scouts.
Fuck.
You know what? It might be that edible is kicking in.
Yeah, get your stinking ass up out of here.
They got some good shit in Atlanta.
God damn.
What the fuck is going on with this nigga?
He bit one. He bit.
That nigga sounding high as hell, like high as a kite.
That was one gone. One bite in his ass. Yeah.
He gone.
Like, I figured Toph would have been that Zuda.
Man, look here. You know Atlanta got that Kuka Cali smoking on the ops type of weed. Shit.
It's just the catfish capital down here.
Quasa.
Didn't y'all pull up that the all out call? What happened with that all out call?
I don't know nothing about the cards, so somebody gonna have to read it that time for me. I'm not really
I'm
caught up
pull
on
up
the
right now.
talent.
Oh shit. Look at it. I just had it.
Is Hook gonna have a real match for once?
That's
He's
a
on the
good
pre-show.
question. Does he have a match? He's on a pre-show.
Yeah, he's on
He's
the
on the
pre-show.
pre-show. Yeah.
I think I got it
Yep.
right.
Yep. Pac and Kip Sabian. That'd be an interesting match.
Yeah.
All winning championship.
Wait, hold on. Wait. Oh God. Didn't these motherfuckers only have what 6 matches a couple of days ago? Remember we didn't we review this shit? Oh no, maybe that was Clash of the Castle.
No.
Excuse me.
Or
Yeah,
that
it's
shit's gonna be
Castle.
5 hours long. You know it's gonna be to 2 o'clock.
Yo, these motherfuckers got 14 matches.
I'm going to sleep.
Oh God, yo, what is wrong with this nigga Tony Khan? Yo, this dude is a fucking
I told you
14 matches.
Is that
he wants
14?
everybody on the card. He wants everybody on a card, and you got to justify paying $50 for it. So I have no issue as long
Who
as
the
the
fuck
matches
is
are good.
Angelo Parker?
Yeah, I don't. I think he's a barber. Isn't he a barber in New York or something?
Yeah, I bet he is.
It doesn't bother me because they only have 4 pay-per-views a year. It's not like
Yeah,
they do every pay.
exactly. That's another good
Nah,
point.
fuck that, man. He's putting random people on there.
But they're not random folks, though. Everybody that's on this card is a story that's been on TV.
Man, JD's gonna lose his shit Monday morning.
Now, some of these matches.
No, man, all right. Okay, let me. All right. The Storm Out Glory match. That don't have a real story to it. Starks and Hobbs that got a story.
There's only 2
Moxley
matches.
and Punk got a story.
There's only 2. There's only on the main card itself, like not the pre-show, the main card. There's only 2 matches that don't really have a story. That's the tag.
All right, so wait, hold on.
Athena and
there's 3. Okay, so there's 3. There's 3 matches that's gonna be on the pre-show. Because they got the all right. So also really it's 11 matches.
11 matches.
Which might be a little excessive, but not as bad as 14.
And all I was saying was on the matches on the main card, there's only 2 matches that don't have a story really: the tag match and the 6-man match. And the 6-man match that being the Wardlow match. Every other match though has a story, and it's been on an ongoing story for weeks or months. So
you got a point. It's just that when you first look at this, she's like, wait, hold on, 14 matches? What the fuck? And look at AEW All Atlantic Championship, AEW Championship, Interim AEW Women's Championship, AEW TBS Championship, AEW World Tag Team Championship, World Trios Championship, AEW World Championship. Look at all these damn belts. Cornerstone, get my Slurpee Championship. Your mom's give good head championship.
Scratch your left nut championship. Come on now.
Jesus.
I got crab.
Like, dang.
The fuck? Blockbuster Video Championship. Hot Pockets Champion.
What they gonna do? I hope all the matches ain't 20 minutes long. People gonna be tired.
Any money bet? I swear to God. Like I would say, half of these matches are gonna be like 20 minutes long. Like
that Ricky Starks Powerhouse, that's gonna be like 5 minutes. Fucking Powerhouse gonna kill him.
Let me tell you something.
Which he should. Now, if I swear to God, if Ricky Starks wins that match, oh God, because you know they're gonna have this dude win. Looking like, come on.
Yo, them fans gonna be broke because they're gonna be spending like $100 just on beer and drinks.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. When they came out here, the snacks actually wasn't that expensive.
That beer is.
The beer, I mean, how was it? Yeah, it was a little pricey. They had if you wanted a Boilermaker. Hold on, give me a second, y'all.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the hell's that? The Jeopardy theme song?
You know nobody got no real ringtones nowadays.
I don't care if there's 14 matches on a card as long as it's entertaining and it flows, All good. I mean, all the pay-per-views are pretty much flow. They're good. There hasn't been name me one stinker pay-per-view AEW has done. There hasn't been a bad
Yeah,
pay-per-view.
he's right. They actually have a good track record with pay-per-views. Every
Yeah,
single
there
one.
hasn't been a bad one. When you only do
Yeah,
4 a
right.
year, you got to make them good. You know.
Yeah.
That's what WWE's problem is. They got like these 12 events, and like 2 of them or 3 are really good, and the rest like basically stink. Like,
He's
now that
bugging.
Triple H is running things, hopefully it'll be better. I think it will be. You know, so,
hmm
It's been better.
it's been better since Triple H's been taken over.
I think
Yeah.
people exaggerate. I think
I
people are
still-
mostly exaggerating WWE. Like I've checked out Raw. It's just watchable. And it's like I go on social media and people are acting like it's the best thing in like 50 years. That just shows you
No,
when you've been in
they
the desert long enough, anything looks good.
Yeah,
they don't like the wrestling. They like the storytelling. That's what's getting them.
The
Like-
storytelling, man. The storytelling's been subpar on WWE, man. The women's tag team titles, that tournament was awful. There was no story being told there.
I don't think you. I don't think you
That
can fix,
tournament was sewage water.
I don't think you can fix the women's division.
The
It's
only
kind of broke.
story in
Yes, you
WWE,
can. It's not that hard. Just give
the
a
only
fuck.
Wait,
story
who?
on WWE that's actually
What? Bring
compelling
back
is the Sami
Sasha
Zayn and Roman
Banks?
stuff.
That gonna make it better? We bring back Sasha Banks.
I ain't gonna lie.
That's
Like,
woman.
if Mickey James don't retire, I would have her come at the WWE
Bring back-
and have a run.
Bring back Charlotte.
I'm just waiting for.
You know she's gonna come back. She'll be back. She'll be back by I would say what, October.
Let Charlotte enjoy having that baby, man. Let him be.
Yeah, you know.
No.
Andrade's putting the baby in that. That's
Yeah.
without a shadow of a doubt.
And that might help her out. It finally get her some thickness.
She got
So-
that.
Maybe.
No, she
Or
ain't got no
end up like
ass.
Becky Lynch
That's-
and get more
that shit-
skinnier.
That shit's a bore. She ain't got no ass. Come on now. Don't.
I want to see. I want to see Charlotte give birth so Ric Flair can blade at the hospital when she's giving birth.
Stupid. Mm.
Yeah.
Shit, but yeah, man. Okay. What's your thoughts on this whole situation with Malachi Black
It's stupid.
and Miro possibly, rumor has it that they asked for their release.
Miro
Well,
asked for
Miro.
a release too. Miro?
No, the Miro thing was already been declined. That was not true. It's not
Yeah.
a true story.
Yeah, they
Why
would
the
say the
fuck
same thing. Well, they didn't say like, all right, like when it comes to Alistair Black, they was basically saying that he just wanted some time off because he's going through some personal issues. I heard.
Yeah, Tony
Yeah.
Khan will give you time off.
Yeah, I mean, you got fine ass wife of Selena Vega, and you ain't around.
That's
you
the
know
thing
what
that,
you doing.
angle.
That's
that's
the
what
thing
we're
that
gonna do.
CM, but that's the thing that no one talks about. That's the thing that CM Punk changed more than anything was that the main reason why he really walked out at WWE wasn't the fact that he was really unhappy. It was that he was just mentally checked out.
Burnt
Just
out.
during that period of time, like unless you had some type of like life-threatening injury, you were on the road. And so then
Yeah.
after Punk quit and the way he did, that was when WWE started giving wrestlers like time off. Like
Yeah.
Sasha Banks has gotten breaks, Charlotte's gotten breaks. Actually, a lot of girls have
Nia
gotten
Jax.
breaks.
Yeah.
Becky's gotten breaks, Nia Jax has gotten breaks. You didn't really see anybody getting any mental health breaks until Punk did what he did. So, so in a way, when he walked out the way he did change the business for the better because now companies do give wrestlers mental health breaks. You can say, oh,
And that's warranted because given the rigorous schedule, always being on the road, you're away from your family and your friends, and possibly being hurt too. Like it sucks if you have like a fucked up leg or a fucked up back, and you got to be on a damn plane with them tight ass seats.
Yeah, Z-Pack. That's all.
all right.
You'll be
No, just do an
miserable
injury
too.
angle. Just do an injury angle with Malachi Black on Sunday and give him some time off. That's all you got to do.
Yeah, the good part about AEW, and again, this is just one of those things that I just think people forget about, is that it's not like AEW has live events. It's just Dynamite and
Yeah.
Rampage.
Exactly.
So it's less travel, less schedule, and of course, if you want to
More
work indies,
mid.
you can work indies. So you get way more breathing room. Whereas like on WWE, when you're on the road, you're on the road like 300 plus
Right.
days a year.
Yeah.
Now they don't do as many live events as they used to, but they still do enough where you're on the road. I think they're not on the road 300 days a year. I think they're on the road like 250 days a
52
year.
weeks.
Dude, back in the day when
2
they used to
weeks.
wrestle like 2 or 3 times a day, fucking R-Truth would have been great. He'd be fucking up the cities left and right. You know where the fuck he'd be.
What's up?
What's up, Chicago? We're in New Orleans. What? Oh.
But speaking of cons, like I noticed, this dude Nick Khan has been very quiet lately. Am I bugging? Like he's been on his best behavior. He has been quiet. Nobody's been fired yet since
Because he's plotting.
Because remember, he did get that promotion. He is co-owner of the company.
Nick Khan's
plotting
happy.
next-
As long as the money is coming in, that's all that matters to Nick Khan.
Yeah. He's
And-
playing his
and
next
I think-
Star Wars move like Revenge of the Sith. He's planning something.
And
He's
he
plotting.
wanted
He's
the
looking at-
reputation to clean up a little bit, so that's why Nick
He's
Khan's
looking at his
quiet
lips while
now.
looking at Stephanie and Triple H. Like, I'm going to take both y'all out. 2 birds with
Yeah.
1 stone.
He's plotting something. He's plotting something. Sopranos.
I'm telling you, this dude Nick Khan, like when he showed up, that's when you seen all the fuck shit starting to hit the fan.
Don't worry,
Like,
he gonna find
does it take a rocket scientist? I don't know. I think this dude was the poison, like how this dude Vince said he wanted to inject poison in the WWE.
And
We thought he was talking about the NWO.
I wouldn't.
He really talking
I
about
wouldn't
Nick
mess with
Khan.
Triple H.
He
got
gonna,
Triple H
he
out
gonna
there.
he's gonna find a sexual scandal with Stephanie McMahon. You know she likes the
Hell
back
nah.
door. You know
Hell
she
nah.
likes the back
Yo,
door.
damn.
But
He just wished.
you don't want
Yo,
Triple H.
he just
going
wished
to the
all
ring.
the women in WWE was slut.
No,
Right.
Stephanie was on the Howard Stern show talking about she likes the backdoor action. Stephanie
Backdoor.
a freak.
That's like 100 women in the world.
Yeah,
Yeah.
What
but
chick don't like getting smashed in the back?
no, backdoor, bro. Anal.
Yeah, doggy style, right?
No,
Yeah.
anal.
Anal.
Okay.
Well, that's still doggy style too.
Hopefully no dirty Sanchez.
No, I don't play those reindeer games like the badge. Where my dude Tommy Tellerico at? Tell him about the badge. Tommy, where Tommy at?
Where is Tom?
Yeah, man, fucking
Hey,
But
Snuggles.
nonetheless, it's gonna be a good show. That's one thing about AEW. And like I said from before, I'm not gonna sit there and say AEW was completely trash. Now, nah, it's not. They just going through their fuck shit, but they definitely know how to bring it when it comes to their premiere live events. They
Hey,
do.
Snuggles. You like that guy for the Mets coming out the closer with the trumpet music playing and shit?
Yeah,
like
it's a good entrance. It's okay. It's just
I'm
not
gonna
better than
laugh when it
Mariano.
backfires in October and the Mets lose because you know it's gonna
Yeah.
happen.
When he comes
Maybe,
out, when he comes out with that music, and all of a sudden he gets bombed. Like, what's that? Wow, like all
got
that.
the,
Yo, why don't y'all two come out with a sports channel?
That's something we could do on the side for sure.
Yeah, like you and Snugs Nate, yo, y'all be acting
Y'all
on
should-
shine shit. Y'all come
y'all
together
should,
to do a
y'all
sports
should
channel.
probably wait for playoff season though.
Shit, I ain't gonna lie.
Oh,
I'm trying to get back into the swing of things when it comes to sports. Like I'm just now starting to do a little catch up with my Knicks.
Did you
And
see the
Okay, well, hold up,
video?
say, man. We never
What?
actually. I
Bro,
got the.
why would you do that
I
to
was
yourself?
gonna-
The Knicks are horrible.
I know I'm trying to smooth back into the
go
groove of
over
things.
the,
But what you said,
total
so?
bars we got. I was just saying, I was just gonna
Bricks.
list all the matches. We never went over all the matches.
Oh, we are.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
We are. I just wanted to mention that shit, like, cause this dude always be
cool.
talking about
Facebook.
sports and shit, Snugs and Nate. So they should
Yeah.
come out with a sports channel.
Oh, we'll have a
Did you
sports.
see the video of A-Rod? He was saying that he might come out of retirement to race against Pujols for 700.
Shots
Oh,
go
my
out to the Henny guy.
Fuck A-Rod. Fuck him.
No, let him come back
A-Rod
because
has
because he made a video. He said that
Fuck
the
no.
third team was available again. So because what's his name got traded or he gave up the number, so now 13's available again. So he was saying like he might come back and race Pujols to 700.
Wait, hold on.
No.
So wait, because didn't
I want
A-Rod,
Aaron
didn't he
Boone and
retire?
Cashman fired this offseason. They
Nobody
fucking
wants
suck.
Didn't A-Rod
A-Rod.
retire?
Yes.
Yeah, he retired, but he still got it. They showed him video about a few days ago. He was taking infield practice. He still got it.
How old is he now?
I take him over Donaldson at third.
No, Donaldson's great at third.
Right,
How old is
probably
A-Rod
like
now?
43.
How old is he now?
He's probably like
He's
40,
gotta be like 42.
42, 43. He's around my age.
He probably got
Let's
like
see
what,
how
a
he's
year or two
running.
left in him.
Yeah, go bring it back. He said, and plus the DH is universal, so now you can have him DH, and he can get those home runs that he. First of all,
So that
to
man
be
gonna
honest,
be
he's
retiring at
47
the age
years
of
old.
50 in baseball.
hold on.
He's
To be
47.
How
honest,
old these people that play
in the
against?
old Yankee Stadium, he hit a home run that was called not a home run, but it hit the yellow steps, and there wasn't no replay at the time. He's owed a home run technically, so he shouldn't have 696. He should have 697.
Well, he needs to
He's
stay where
47.
he is. Nobody wants to see no 47-year-old baseball player.
I do. I wanted to see Randy Johnson pitch still. I wanted to see Ken Griffey Jr. play.
You also wanted to see Hulk Hogan fight Kenny Omega. So
well, you know what?
yeah.
It's gonna happen. Hogan's
If you use Japanese version Hogan, because that guy could wrestle Japanese Hogan.
Oh hell yeah!
Drop kicks and everything.
So you got the card pulled up? You want to go through the card real quick?
Yeah, all right. Let's see what we got here.
Just like he said.
We got the pre-show matches, 3 matches. Got Ishii against Kingston, Hook against Angelo Parker, FTW Championship. And we got Pac against Kip Sabian for the.
Yeah, hold on. Don't Angelo Parker sound like he should be in that movie Casino?
Yeah.
Like, everybody got Angelo over there, huh? Give him some meatballs, some spaghetti, some gagoo.
I think that's what they're going for, and when he does his little segments.
He's a bum.
He got some good
call him Kingston. It's Savio Vega 2.0. Stop calling him Kingston. Savio.
Sorry.
Oh,
shit.
All right, for the main card, we got Danielson against Jericho. We got a 4-way.
The real main event.
We got a 4-way for the interim women's championship. Tony versus Britt Baker versus Jamie Hayter versus Hikaru Shida. 6-man.
Hold on, wait. Let's slow down.
I thought we were just going over the matches one by one. I didn't know we were going to actually do predictions. All right, cool.
Yeah. Why not?
All right, go ahead, cook.
I think Bryan Danielson definitely needs that win against this dude Jericho, and I'm really intrigued when it comes to this dude. What's that dude name again?
Garcia.
Daniel Garcia. I'm really intrigued to see what he does. Well,
he's gonna win on Wednesday. He's at home. He's winning that title off of Yuta.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do, because what is Willie Yuta really doing? He's not ringing no types of bells.
Yeah.
All right, so what about the 4-way?
I'll go with the Hayter, Jamie Hayter.
Okay.
I give her to win because you want them to break up soon. I want Britt and her to break up.
I do not want to see Britt Baker on TV. Enough. She had her time.
You know they're gonna do that shit because it's gonna bring heat to the women's division. Well, either they give it to Britt or they're gonna give it to Toni Storm.
Nah, give it to Hayter.
What is the big hype about Toni Storm?
This is my big. This is my first big prediction of the show for the House of Black against Darby, Sting, and Miro. My prediction is that CJ Lana will debut here.
Oh yeah.
Oh, please let her come out with those legs, the Chun-Li leg. She lost so much weight nowadays, though. She don't look the same. Yeah, put the fucking coat plates down.
Allegedly. And get rid of the fake long ass ponytail. That's not.
She lost a lot of weight. I remember when she first came through. Lana was thick, and she was like the
She was perfect. I don't say
I
that a lot
still,
about a lot of bitches, but she was fucking perfect looking when she
I
first
still
came out.
laugh. I still laugh when she was in bed with Lashley and Lashley smiling with his teeth. I was fucking laughing. Still love that.
Oh,
Wouldn't you be smiling too?
Hell
and
yeah!
last
No,
and
fuck.
Lashley
He
felt
had that big ass Kool-Aid smile like, I like
Yo,
last.
jelly on mine.
Hey,
yo, Vince
you,
is crazy, man. He
you could
literally
tell
gave
Lashley was
he gave
uncomfortable
Rusev a
with that.
cuck story, man. A cuck story.
Yeah, that's what made me lose my mind. Like you see this dude Lashley grabbing your wife up, like, yeah, come in. And then he started tongue kissing her and Miro
And
sitting there like,
Randy
dude.
Orton and Corbin laughing and shit.
Dude,
They didn't make it any better. And
The
Riddle,
fuck?
oh man.
Because I know Randy, because if you remember, Randy and Baron Corbin were on they were on the
Laughing
Stage.
they ass
Stage.
off.
Right, yeah.
Right, and Randy said that was one of the hardest things he ever did because he was a heel, so he had to stay in character, but he couldn't
Nah,
help but laugh his ass off.
Had this dude Rusev walking around with the Mike Hackoff and Final Fight mustache. Fuck
And
out of
then,
here.
Oh,
and
man.
then you fix her up and then you hook him up with Liv Morgan. That was such a downgrade.
yeah.
No, it wasn't even that. It wasn't even that. It was the fact
She's
that
hot.
they teased the lesbo stuff, but it didn't go anywhere.
Oh
That was
yeah,
the dumb
yeah,
part.
Yeah, that shit fell flat ASAP.
Yeah,
yeah.
that
That
was
was
the dumb thing. Anyway,
Hey,
They're
And you
gonna
know,
piss off the
Heyman was
letters.
behind that too. Heyman was the one that booked that story.
yeah.
And they was afraid they were gonna piss off the letters.
just
All
like
right,
So
for the
then
next
why
match.
go through with it then? Like if you
Well,
lose
yeah,
the
and that's
writers,
one of
you
the
know,
things.
that's
Right,
just
right.
dumb.
That's one of the things too. That's one of the few things AEW does do is that they don't like they're not gonna sneak around that. Like WWE, and this is a wrestling podcast. We don't want to get too political, but WWE they're
Hey,
very very like you can't be half naked when you're doing gay angles. Either you go all the way with it or you don't do it at all. And
yeah.
that's just something that WWE is like they're not there yet. Like they're pretty good. Like there's a lot of black talent now. There's a lot of UK talent, a lot of Latino talent. So diversity is getting better. But when it comes to like gay wrestlers and like gay angles, like for whatever reason, they're just like nah. Like Sunny Kiss as an example, right? Like she's
nobody
not
wants
Sunny
to see
Kiss.
that shit.
Right. Like
Nah.
Sunny Kiss isn't a big name by any means, but the fact is, the way that Sunny Kiss presents herself, you're not going to see a wrestler do that in WWE. Not yet.
Nah. See,
Not yet.
everybody was cool with Darren Young, even though he was gay, because he act like a man. The Sunny Kiss thing, that's just too much.
Well, that's
Still,
Cena.
though.
I think Tony Khan punked out. I think he should have pushed Sonny Kiss hard in Proud Month. Like you got the motherfucker on the roster, use him, use Sonny Kiss.
But they said he's a
Like
terrible
go there,
wrestler.
fuck it. Like go there. Like sometimes business you gotta take risks.
But they said he was a terrible wrestler.
Yo, my dude, you keep
He's
saying that
not
shit. You know how much motherfuckers is terrible wrestlers that ended up being big stars?
Oh my.
Eugene? I'm joking.
All right. Yeah.
Now Eugene actually knew how to wrestle. Eugene actually could go.
All right, so we
Cena.
got so for the next match we got Jade Cargill TBS Championship Athena.
Worst match of the night.
What?
Jay
Yeah,
Cargill's gonna
Athena thighs is different. Athena, those thighs though, thick like cornbread.
Oh,
Yeah,
Alexi Boss's biggest fans here.
I feel bad for Athena.
Oh shit! There go the white woman lover right here.
Oh, shit.
All right,
You know
peace
what I
and,
really like though? I like Thunder Rosa.
Hey guys, what's up?
all right, peace and blessings to
Malik.
the peace and blessings to the panel. How you doing? How you doing, Snugs?
Surviving.
Yeah, I see y'all talking about sorry, I'm late. Yeah, I see y'all talking about all our predictions.
No, you good?
My prediction is let's see. Oh, did y'all hear about I saw a link article. Conan is made an allegation against Thunder Rosa about she wasn't telling the truth about her injury, this, that, and the other.
What?
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah.
That's why they said she was sandbagging.
Sandbagger, I like that.
Yo, that's some bullshit. If she's lying about she can't feel her legs and she
Well,
over
look,
there
you
faking
see how that
that.
makes her look as a champion, and she was champion. That makes her and she makes the company look bad because as much as she's
It does if she's faking
as
the
much as she
injury.
that storyline where she struggled to get the belt. You know what I mean?
Well, they said her championship run was just a complete flop.
Yeah,
Well,
much
she
like
didn't really get much of an opportunity. Look who she put her. Look who she was
Well,
rival going against. Nyla
too bad,
Rose and Marina
and it's a damn,
Shafir.
and too
Yeah.
bad she act like a damn mute in her promos. The girl never fucking talked.
Oh, come on, but you want to sit here and praise Jungle Boy?
Yes, Jungle
He
Boy.
never talked ever.
He don't need to talk.
Oh, get the fuck out of here with that bullshit.
Thunder Rosa says that.
Yo, are you an asshole for that?
The fuck? You didn't sit there and say, oh, she doesn't know how to talk. And you over here and say, yo, Jungle Boy's a shit.
Well, there you
That
go.
motherfucker don't
Good.
say
That's
nothing.
That's a
Jungle
good
Boy is
transition.
the
Next
shit.
match is Jungle Boy against Christian Cage. I think this is where Luchasaurus goes. Well, he was already teasing to be a heel, but I predict Luchasaurus will align himself with Christian to
Yeah.
screw over Jungle Boy.
I'm all
Yeah,
for
I
it.
see
And
that.
like I said, he should be the new problem solver.
You got that black mask already. Might as well go all the way.
Yeah. Yeah, like he should be the new problem solver. Like, Jurassic Express, they had their run. They had the tag team belts. Because it's
Yeah.
like, okay, if this dude turns on Christian, what is the Jurassic Express going to do after
So he's
that?
gonna
Like,
go. So he's gonna go full retard, like
how's that
Robert
going
Downey
for
Jr.
retard? That's going to, all right, like I said from before, right? All right, when he sit there and he becomes this little Christian new problem solver, eventually they're gonna have their beef, and that's gonna catapult Luchasaurus. So
There we
like being
go. And like
mid
I
card
said,
baby
let,
phase.
let him go full retard. If you're gonna go all out, go all out.
Finger poke
I
of
like full
doom.
retard mode. Shit.
And then after that they fire Jungle Bum and
Nah.
they go do a reboot with Beverly Hills
No.
90210 and put his ass
Stop
in there.
shitting
Fuck
on
out
my
of
boy Jungle. Stop shitting on the greatest entertainer in
Nah.
AEW, Jungle Boy.
Finger-
now you definitely capping.
He
That
did
dude
commercials
is
for hair shampoo.
Borderline Brooklyn Brawler status.
Nah.
Have both of them
Brawler.
join.
That was the best
When-
wrestling outfit ever.
When
The next
Jungle
match.
when Jungle Boy won the title, that elevated the AEW title scene. That elevated the tag team division. The Harley Boys couldn't do it.
All right.
Well, I mean, with Jungle Boy, he should do the finger poke of doom and join Christian with Luchasaurus.
You stupid.
But,
Have do the Jeff Jarrett. Have
Hey,
Jungle
look,
Boy
look.
just lay down for have Jungle Bum lay down for Christian, and they all just join each other. Have
Yeah.
Jungle Bum carry
Yeah.
Christian's badge.
All right.
That's how
all
you
right.
save AEW.
For the next match, this is where my TNA self from like 2010 would mark out of this match. We got Wardlow and FTR against Jay Lethal and the Motor City Machine Guns. Bro, I was a huge Motor City Machine
Definitely
Gun
going to be a fun match. Yeah, I fuck with Motor City heavy. Those are my guys.
I think the whole point of this match is for Wardlow to power bomb the big Indian dude.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what they were saying.
Yeah, I'm a pick the machine guns aside to win that. I'm still a fan of machine
They need
guns.
to win because Warlow needs this win. They haven't been doing shit with him for like what, a couple of months. So
True,
they
yeah,
definitely need that
they're
win.
trying to build Wardlow, but basically Wardlow is the Batista of AEW. He's basically trying to be.
He should have been
Batista.
right now. Not he's looking like the Crimson of TNA.
All right, here's a weird one.
I remember Crimson. I remember Crimson. Yeah, Crimson was terrible.
Here's a weird one. I feel like I would have saved this for Dynamite after All Out. So this is where a lot of MGF stuff is coming up. So we got the Casino Ladder match as usual. All the talk is about the Joker.
Right.
The entrance, we got Claudio, Wheeler Yuta, Penta, Phoenix, Roosh, Andrade, Dante, and to be determined. This may disappoint any MJF fans, but I predict the Joker to be Samoa Joe because Joe's done filming. I think it's going to be Joe.
Though I think that Super Dragon rumor. I don't know if that's true. But we'll see.
Yeah,
That's
we
crazy.
was concerned about that also. Yeah,
Dragon.
The Joker's gonna be some dude named Yoshi or Tatsu.
right.
They
It's
ain't
gonna
ready
be
for
some
Super.
Japanese dude that nobody knows about.
It's
They
gonna be
ain't ready for
Batista.
They ain't
Batista.
ready for Super Dragon.
So,
Batista.
fuck. Like, yo, can I get my chicken wings fried hard and chopped up, your bum? The fuck?
Bro, you almost made me spit my drink out, bro. Come
I'm
on.
racist. Yeah.
That's some racist shit, man. Stop talking
And
about the
actually, I
China.
heard too. Like
Stop talking
it
about
might
the
be.
China man.
I might be Will Ospreay as the Joker too. I heard a rumor. I don't know. We'll
Yeah.
see.
All right, so this next match, this is one of the few matches that really is just thrown together. We got Swerve in Our Glory against the Acclaimed. The thing is about this match is that the Acclaimed is over, but it's too soon to put the belts on them.
Yeah, both of the teams can't. They both can't lose. Both of them
Right.
can't afford to lose.
Man,
Another
The ass
situation where
boys are
Tony
gonna fuck
Khan
it up.
booked himself in the corner.
The ass
take
boys are
Swerve
gonna
off
come
my
on.
damn TV with his corny ass.
The
Oh.
gun
He needs
boys
to
are
start
gonna
with Hit Row.
I hate Swerve. Get him off my TV.
Anyway, so for the next match,
Yo,
we
this
got
dude's face
Ricky's.
is crazy.
We
This nigga
got
loves Jungle Bum but don't like Swerve. What are we doing here?
All right, for the next match, we got Ricky Starks versus Powerhouse Hobbs.
Yeah, Hobbs should murder him.
Yeah, Hobbs should basically use him like a toothpick.
Are they
Yeah,
gonna sell like
I'm
a
picking the
Hobbs
brother.
Halloween mask?
Powerhouse Hobbs all the way.
Wait, who's Powerhouse Hobbs going against?
Starks.
Man, you know who Powerhouse
Okay,
Hobbs is. Don't
Starks.
try that shit. Come on now.
No,
You know who
I'm
Powerhouse
sorry.
Hobbs
Going against?
I'm sorry.
Nah, he didn't. Yeah, he didn't know. He
I'm
didn't know he
sorry.
was fighting again.
But Swerve looks like the type that would get in trouble, and then when the news media come out, mom talk about my son was never a bad child. The fuck out of here, man.
But that's the point. That's the point of Swerve. He looks
Fuck
like
Swerve.
how those
Fuck
rappers look like
Swerve.
nowadays. He
What was that video?
appeals to a demographic. But you want the dude that wants a reason to wear skirts to the ring. You know damn well he's not a caveman.
What was that
Fuck
video?
outta here.
That,
We
what was
got
I'm
that
not a
video?
caveman. I just want to wear a skirt. The fuck out of here.
we got the semifinal. The trios tournament final. We got the Elite versus Hangman and the Dark Order.
This would be.
Yo, why is the Dark Order still a thing? Can they just disband now?
Because they're popular. I don't know why.
They're
loved
still
by-
popular, really?
Yeah, they're loved by the fans.
I ain't gonna lie, like all that gay stuff they was doing on Be Elite, that shit turned me away from that shit. 'Cause I used to watch Be Elite faithfully, like every day. Like too much, it was just too much nonsense and too much nasty stuff. Like I was like, yeah, I can't watch the show anymore. It's like they try too hard to be funny, so they're like, okay, we're gonna do some gay stuff. Like this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna lay in bed together and we're gonna kiss. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, that's funny. No, it's not. It's just gay.
I didn't know about that shit. Hold up. What
Yeah, yo, watch Be Elite. Like they stay doing gay stuff on there, and they never just do that shit like that.
And then you just summed up Vince's entire career. Come on now.
Yeah.
A lot of need.
Yeah,
All right.
that's beef.
The main event, we got Moxley versus Punk. That's the main event for the AEW Championship. It's pretty
And
clear what's
I
happening.
really don't even care.
It's pretty clear that Punk is going to go heel. What I can't figure out, though, is how's the Chicago crowd going to react? That's what I want to know.
They're gonna
Punk
turn.
is gonna get buried again. Punk is gonna get
been heel.
again. Like like I said, Tony Khan booked himself in the corner again. First with that whole Swerve of My Glory shit, and this match right here.
No.
Both of them cannot afford to lose.
They've been planting seeds for Punk's turn for a while. I just don't think he planned to do it in Chicago, of all cities.
No,
That's a good point.
Cares if he loses?
Hey,
Who
well,
cares
look,
if
even
he
if
do
you
in
turn Punk,
Chicago? Chicago fans are backwards anyway. They boo the baby faces and chill here. They just
He
like
ain't lying
Philly
because
fans.
they boo the White Sox, but they cheer the Cubs. Like why?
that's what I'm saying. To see Punk is not gonna get booed in his hometown, whether he turns or not. He's not gonna get booed in his hometown. That's just a fact right there. And plus, for him to turn, I guess it would make sense because because that crowd's gonna hate Moxley because Moxley's he basically a psychopath anyway. So if Punk hurts him, for revenge, the crowd's is gonna go mad. So he'll be a baby face for that one night, even if he turns. But anywhere else, he'll probably get booed.
It's like Bret Hart. He's like based in Canada. He was a heel in the United States. Just do it like that. You know, that's how
my prediction. My pick. I was gonna pick Moxley to win personally.
Chicago and Ohio don't get along. Look at the Bears and the Bengals. They hate each other.
Yeah.
The who? The Bears?
The Bears and Bengals. Bears. Everybody.
I'm pretty much
Bad news bear.
I'm pretty much saying any team that comes into Chicago gets booed. They're gonna boo. They're gonna boo Moxley regardless.
Yeah.
Punk can do no wrong in that city.
Right. You got a point with that though. Like, they very rarely.
This is classic.
Punk could fucking kill the president and it'll still cheer him.
This is classic Punk. Punk has done this all the time. He always does this. He did it in Ring of Honor. He did it in WWE. He's going to do it here, where he gets his ass whooped and he goes into a big title match as the underdog, and he's the baby face, and then
he's gonna cry.
Well, he's gonna get the knife and he's gonna stab you, and then he's gonna go heel and then reveal that he was a piece of shit the whole time. This is what he always does. This is
shit. Noah Mox, you probably would want him to stab him literally.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because one of my boys told me that Moxley looks like the type of motherfucker that is gonna kill somebody someday.
I've been saying Moxley looked like a damn serial killer.
He do. A psychopath serial killer. I mean, he just there's something wrong, something off about him for real.
So this is what I feel. This is what I feel about MJF. I feel like MJF has one or two appearances. I feel like either he's gonna appear here. If he doesn't appear here, then the only other place I can see him appearing is when they do the Grand Slam back in Arthur Ashe. Because the thing that Nate says, and this is something that WWE is going to do too, is you got to remember that when football comes back, everyone gets their shit pushed in. So both companies are going to want to have to save some kind of big angle for the fall. You know what I mean? So
the U.S. Open.
You got a point. Right? You got a point.
Oh, they about to lose airtime because this is Serena Williams' last U.S. Open.
Yeah.
I saw Serena's opponent was crying. I'm like, I saw Tiger was in the audience and Tiger Woods was cheering for Serena, and I was like, yo, when Tiger's cheering for a black person, you're fucked. So
okay, well, yeah, I saw that. Yeah, it's been all over the news. Serena's last match, and then she's teaming up with her sister again. Oh, speaking of WWE that you mentioned, I mentioned Toph. Who watched SmackDown tonight?
I did.
Yeah, what happened on SmackDown? I didn't get to watch it, man.
No, well, they were supposed to have a celebration with Roman Reigns' title reign.
Yeah,
Drew McIntyre came out of nowhere. Look at he stepped out of his truck. McIntyre kicked him in his face into the truck, and then went in the ring and beat up Sami Zayn and the Usos to end the show. He had Ronda Rousey do a promo in the ring, and then Pierce called her a bitch, and he got his arm, whatever. Liv
That
Morgan
promo was epic.
What do you say?
That Pierce promo was epic. He went off on Ronda.
Oh yeah, that was the best part, calling him a bitch. But of course, he got his ass whipped for it. But anyway, you had Liv Morgan and Shayna Baszler in there. He
didn't gonna blow by it. Like he didn't give a fuck. That promo was lit. It was almost as fire as Seth and Riddle. It was almost on that level.
Oh, the New Day lost to the Viking Raiders in a Falls Count Anywhere Viking match, which was
that was actually a good match.
Viking Raiders. You got two football teams as a tag team. What the fuck?
Yeah, that's weird.
What the fuck is this?
No,
that was it.
It was amazing tonight.
Yeah, Hit Row.
There was more.
Hit Row beat the male models. They wrestled for them, and they were terrible. That match was stupid. Of course, they got jumped by Los Lotharios after they won the match, and then the Street Profits came down and backed up Hit Row.
So, they're done. They're done.
Hit Row living on Skid Row next week.
And we found out there's a little interesting study. Are they trying to merge Hit Row with the Street Profits?
Might be. It might be an 8-man tag.
They need that
at Clash.
I'm not gonna lie. They need to be a little stable. Hit Row and the Street Profits, because the Street Profits, they just they're missing stuff. They like Kool-Aid without the sugar. No pun intended.
Kool-Aid without the sugar.
Wow, yeah, that's and it's nothing worse than Kool-Aid without sugar. That's for damn sure.
That's how they look. It's like they are missing something major. Just them. It's not clicking.
Yeah,
Who, Hit Roll?
Hit
Yeah,
Row
but
is no, it's,
just Ashanti and Top Dollar and Shorty from Friday.
yeah,
That's
it's okay
your
for now, but
It's
problem.
they do
Bottom
need Swerve.
dollar. He's the problem.
No, they just need Swerve to make it.
Yeah, they
great.
really need
It's
Swerve,
good.
yo. It's
It's
not gonna
good.
click
Oh
without
my
Swerve.
gosh, but y'all stop
Yeah, it's
talking about
good, but they need Swerve. But JBL I think JBL made an appearance tonight because Corbin was in the back, and after he lost to Shinsuke, they showed a limo pulling up, but the limo had Longhorns on it. So I'm pretty sure it was JBL that picked up Corbin, and they're gonna do a thing with Corbin and JBL.
Why?
No offense to Bottom Dollar. No, Bottom Dollar, like, he's very adamant on social media.
He can't wrestle. He can't rap.
Bottom Dollar. He likes to say that they call themselves the OG3 because, for those who don't know, it was originally just him, the chick and Ashanti, and it was actually Triple H's idea to include Swerve. And so to that I say, listen, maybe y'all were the original three, but Swerve was the fucking person that carried you other guys. Swerve was the one that made it work. When they did those segments on NXT, that was his music legit. That was Swerve's legit studio. That wasn't just some random studio WWE rented out. When they did those rap performances, like all the choreography and all the lyrics, that was all Swerve. He carried that group. So, and when they all got fired, and again, this is not even me being negative, I'm not even being anti-WWE. When they got fired, the only person that was getting offers was Swerve.
I think B-Fab has something to do with the music, not Swerve.
No, I'm sure she does. I'm sure she does. I'm just simply saying that.
I'm sorry. Y'all give Swerve too much. Y'all give that man too much credit to be a
pretty good.
midget.
They were all fired, Scott. When they were all fired, Swerve was the only one that was getting offers because nobody was trying to get any of the others. I'm just saying.
Why are we talking about this midget?
He's good. Yeah, midget. I like Swerve. He's pretty good. But like I want to see what they do with Corbin and JBL because that's gonna be interesting.
Did you say Swerve was a midget?
Yeah, he did.
Damn right, I said that. Damn.
Hold on, how tall is Swerve though? I don't think Swerve is short.
He's not that tall.
He's gotta be 6'1" or 6'2".
Wait a minute.
Yeah, 6'1" is not a midget.
Yeah.
Are you saying that was JBL in the limousine? They picked up Corbin?
I think so. Yeah, that was JBL because the limo that pulled up had Longhorns on it.
So I'm saying, was that his voice? I mean, I heard a voice, but I didn't know who that was, who it is. Okay, that's JBL.
I was trying to hear the voice, and it does kind of sound like JBL. It's just
so JBL's back. Oh boy, the George Bush of wrestling. Why I couldn't stand JBL.
No, he was awesome. JBL's a wrestling god, top 10 all time.
He don't
I
fucked
with his title reign. I fucked with his title reign too.
Longest reigning SmackDown champion ever.
That dude is a Republican George Bush wannabe. I couldn't stand JBL.
I love JBL.
After what he did with the Mexicans, he lost me on that one.
Nah, man, that's one of the greatest kills ever.
That shit was not funny, bro.
I don't hate
You know
him.
that Eddie Guerrero had to get the okay to do that?
I don't hate JBL. Like, he's a good heel. My thing about it is that I just felt like when you're a good heel, right? You think of different feuds that you had with different people. Like, I can name you 5 different feuds Triple H had. I can name you like 5 different feuds. You can't name more than one
JBL feud?
No, because when it comes to JBL,
I definitely can.
When it comes to JBL,
you bugging? What?
The only feud he had that was really worth anything was Eddie.
Eddie.
What?
I don't care.
We talking about Undertaker? Fucking come on now.
Nah, just Eddie.
Batista.
No, just Eddie.
Nah, you wildin'. He had a few good feuds. I'm with you on this one, Snugs. I'm with you on this one.
Nah.
He had a few good feuds.
The Batista feud was garbage.
For me
Come on now. Kurt Angle, remember they had
Kurt Angle.
Kurt
Not even happening. No.
JBL, bro, he was the SmackDown champion. My man had feuds with the Undertaker.
He had a good run. You wild. He had a real good run.
If you had a gun to my head and you said, name me 5 JBL matches, you'd have to shoot me. I'm sorry.
Well, that's on you.
Byron,
I roll with
you
I
dead.
rock with you on that one. 'Cause
You
they-
dead.
The only
y'all
JBL
smoke-
match I remember was the one with Eddie where they both
Eddie.
made each other
No.
bleed, and that was it. I
How
don't
about
remember anything else they did.
Cena won the title from JBL.
All
And
right.
they
That
both
match
was
was
bleeding
boring.
too.
Nobody remembers it. Nobody remembers it. It was a boring match.
WrestleMania 21. I remember
Yes,
it.
it was a boring match that went 10 minutes. Nothing about it was memorable or anything.
Well, it's Cena. That's
Cena was
why
in the crowd.
Cena sucked.
That was one of the worst.
Do you know what I remember
Main
at
event
WrestleMania
matches.
21? I remember Shawn Michaels versus Kurt Angle. I remember the very first Money in the Bank match. I remember Hulk Hogan, and I think he beat up
JBL was one
Mustafa,
of the
whatever his
first
name
people to
was,
put over
Hassan.
Super Cena.
I remember Triple H
Yeah.
and Batista having a decent match. I remember
Yeah.
Cena and JBL having a very boring 9,
It was-
10-minute match. Cena
It
just
was
hit the
definitely
AA. He won,
it was
and
definitely
that was it.
uninspiring. Uninspiring.
Well, JBL's
What
not
did,
a
what did
wrestler,
y'all want?
He's
What
a
did,
brawler.
what did y'all want?
JBL's a brawler and a
Almost
beer
was great.
drinker.
They're two brawlers. Like, what did y'all want? The story was there. The crowd was into it. What else did y'all want?
Yeah. And
What
Super
crowd?
Cena, that was one of the
Brawlers.
first-
crowd was into it.
Now see,
That was one of the-
see when John Cena want to do a Hurricanrana and shit, y'all want to make fun of him. When he want to bring something extra.
No, I love
See?
it when John Cena brought the extra shit.
that's what
JBL was
transcended-
fucking boring, bro. Come on.
No, he wasn't. No,
Yes,
man.
he
He was
was.
entertaining with the cabinet, with Julian Hall and fucking gay ass Orlando Brown. Sorry, but he was like weird in TNA.
But
And
it
then,
was that corny
what's
ass
the-
shit. Orlando Brown was
nah,
the
he was
worst wrestler.
nah.
He
Orlando
was in
Jordan was
Orlando
fucking
Brown.
I mean,
Wasn't like
Jordan,
Cena
he
aligned
was
with
the
like
worst
Crime
wrestler.
Time and shit during that feud? Was he aligned with Crime
I'm
Time?
sorry, man.
No, that's when he went on Raw. That's when
Yeah.
JBL went on Raw.
When
JBL
he
had
went
an
on-
iconic
I don't
theme
hate-
song.
I just want to
Oh,
clarify. I don't
that
hate
shit was
JBL.
garbage
I don't
truck
hate him.
juice.
I just
Stop.
thought he was.
That
I
shit
just
was
find
garbage.
his
song.
reign to be very boring and just unmemorable. And I thought Cena was boring
Ah.
back then. Like to me, I only really started paying attention to Cena like around like when he was like the U.S. champion, when he was having good matches.
I look at that
No,
fucking
no. John Cena is exciting, but JBL was garbage truck juice.
You're bugging. He's a wrestling
Fuck
god.
outta
This dude wildin'.
JBL
I just
was
remember
garbage
him
truck
when he
juice.
was
Like him with Brandon as character alone was
Bro,
impressive.
even Scott admitted that it was an uninspiring win. Didn't you say that, Scott? It was uninspiring.
Yes,
Oh,
that
please.
that was an
For who?
uninspired title win. I didn't even
For who?
get excited when John Cena won that match.
I remember when Cena beat. I remember.
Wait, hold on. You say you didn't get excited when John Cena won the heavyweight belt?
Because the shit
It
was
was.
fucking
It
boring.
was. It was. It was a
21?
regular match. It had no drama to it. He
Yo,
was AA.
y'all kidding? Yo, y'all wildin'. Yo, everybody marked out when Cena won his first title.
Nah,
What are you
bro.
talking
Nah.
about?
Bro,
Nah.
So he was in
Nah.
the crowd.
that shit.
Everybody was pumped up for that.
Fuck that
I'd
shit.
rather pass a
Then-
kidney stone and watch Cena win a world title.
Fuck that shit.
That was
Yeah.
actually
Then-
a
That
good.
was his first championship.
I remember.
That was his first heavyweight
that
championship.
very well.
Fuck
it was
that
a very overwhelming match. It was
John
very
Cena,
overwhelming.
John Cena didn't get excited until Edge pulled out the rated R superstar.
Yeah.
Let me
That
tell
shit
you.
was great.
Wow,
Let
bugging.
me tell you.
Slap
I
Cena's
was
No,
dad.
you know why you're
This is what I
lying?
remember.
Because
This is what I
Dr.
remember,
Thugonomics
okay? I
existed
remember-
before the Rated R
I remember
Superstar.
John Cena having a match with Triple H, and the fans were super into that. And I remember him having a match with Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania, and the fans were into that. Mania 22 and Mania 23. That would have been like what, 2006, 2007. That was when I remember seeing the fans were really, whether they were cheering Cena or whether they were booing him. I remember the fans were super invested, but like 2005, no.
Yeah. Awesome.
I
Man, look.
Cena
Go ahead,
was a
Snuff.
dude. No, like at 21,
He was.
Cena won the belt. He was a dude even before he won the belt because he had the Doctor of Thugonomics over.
I didn't say
Right,
that he wasn't the dude.
right.
I just said that I just found the match to be uninspiring, and I don't remember anything about it.
I do. It was inspiring. Like I to
I
watch the
remember
people
Mania
when he goes into the
One
crowd.
very well. I remember Kurt Angle versus Shawn Michaels is one of my favorite matches ever. I remember every spot from that match, but I don't remember anything about Cena JBL other than just being a boring match.
And then you say,
I gotta go back
and
and
then what
watch.
about all the other feuds? Like if you go back, like JBL's fought Undertaker more times than probably anybody, and he used to always have the stories on commentary about how many times he fought Taker and what it took. And it's just like you see him talk, and he's on commentary, he's telling you all these feuds and all these great matches he had, in his career against the opponents that he's watching in the ring. So like when he talks about like Eddie Guerrero, Rey Mysterio, Batista,
Scott, you're not
who else?
connected. You gotta connect your mic and your cam. I can't bring you up if you're not connected.
Oh, you can't hear me?
No, I was talking to Scott. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. I thought it was me for a second. I thought I was breaking up again. But no,
No,
JBL was he had a great career, man. Tons of feuds. He's one of the top 5 heels of all time.
I don't disagree that he had a good career and he was a good heel. I just don't think he's a memorable heel, to me anyway.
Oh, he is. That's why he's a Hall of Famer.
I remember him. To me, JBL is one of those wrestlers where I remember him being a good heel during a pocket in time, but he didn't have any.
He said a pocket though.
That's not a pocket in time. Yeah.
Yo, Hot Pocket, yo, cut the check, yo. Come on, Hot Pocket.
Like I'll give you an example of this. One guy who doesn't get a lot of respect, and the reason he doesn't get a lot of respect is because, unfortunately, he doesn't have longevity in WWE. But for a pocket in time, he was over. Ken Shamrock. Without Ken Shamrock, you would never have gotten a Brock Lesnar or a Kurt Angle in WWE. Yeah. But because he wasn't in WWE as long as a Brock Lesnar or Kurt Angle, you don't really hear him brought up that often. But for the brief time that he was there, he was really over. And I remember him being one of the most popular guys. That's how I view JBL. I remember JBL being a good heel in like 05, 06. After that, like I don't remember shit about him.
He punched Blue Meanie in the nose.
Well, the problem with that was they wasted Ken Shamrock's one title opportunity against Shawn Michaels, and you know he wasn't going to drop the title.
Shawn Michaels.
But I think Shamrock was still booked like a beast though. Remember, he was.
I think what hurt Shamrock too was he was in wrestling before, and I'm not really the person to say this, but he was in wrestling before MMA got mainstream. You know, it's safe to say it's mainstream now, right? You know, and so when guys like Brock Lesnar and Kurt Angle came in, like MMA was a little bit. Well, Kurt Angle was never in MMA, but what I mean is that style
like
of
a
wrestling,
shoot fighter, like they're more like shoot fighting.
Right. The shoot style was way more popular by the time they came in, so like they benefited it. And Shamrock, he missed it by like just a couple of years.
So,
well, yeah. I'm gonna go ahead.
He should still been booked strong because he was a legit MMA fighter.
He was pretty good in the ring. He wasn't too bad in the ring, but he never really perfected his craft.
He doesn't get talked about enough too because he also
got 4 likes. You got 4 likes, y'all. Should be 6 likes up here. Please hit the like button, y'all.
Because WWE had a super stacked roster back then. You fell under the shuffle. You had
thanks for the likes, y'all. Thanks for the likes.
You had Steve Austin, you had The Rock, you had Shawn Michaels, you had Bret Hart. There was no space for him. So they just threw him in the corporation. Wow.
I didn't mind that. But you know, like what you call it? Like Shamrock's a good example. I like Shamrock though, but I don't know why they don't put him in the Hall of Fame. I mean, like he is one of the first UFC.
Yeah, he's got a point. Yeah, he definitely should be in the Hall of Fame.
Another thing too that Shamrock popularized was
he turned it down.
He popularized the angle lock, and this was something that
he did. Yeah, definitely.
This was something I didn't know. He was one of the first guys, and I didn't realize this. I actually researched it one time. He was one of the first dudes in WWE that really got over visual submissions. Because what I mean is like he got over like putting you in a submission and making the person
and how you tap out.
Right. Before Shamrock, the only submission that was really over was the sharpshooter, and the sharpshooter was like
and the chicken for a leg lock too. Forget about the chicken for a leg lock.
Yeah,
and the crossface chicken wing. Yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
But with those submissions, though, it would always be like a verbal, like, and the referee would just give the signal. But with Ken, like, he would make the person, like, physically slam their hands on the mat. Like, I never realized, like, he was the first person that really got that over. So for that alone, he should be in the Hall of Fame.
Because they protected the moves. They don't protect finishers nowadays. I'm tired of seeing people pop up out of 3 power bombs or a signature move for a near 2 count. Just don't freaking do it. Just don't do it. That's fucking stupid. I don't want to see CM. I don't want to see CM Punk do 4 GTSs and then you finally win the match.
No, I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about how much times did Wardlow powerbomb CM
No,
Punk?
I agree, but
And
to
he
an
No, you
and
need
he
extent,
and
like
he and he
no.
escaped that shit.
I
Yeah,
agree to an extent because like I believe that like it depends on the wrestlers and the situation. Like if it's a like remember when Undertaker fought Roman Reigns and Roman Reigns did like 3 spears and he still kicked out. That's understandable because like then he had to go do 10 more because
yeah.
like you're Undertaker, you're at the end of your career and you're doing this. You should have enough to be able to like do the impossible at this point. You know, I
Yeah,
like seeing
me,
wrestlers that like
to me,
like
there's
Edge
never
or
been.
Stone Cold. You know, when they kick out of somebody else's finisher, it has to be like special. Like when The Rock did it to Stone Cold, like oh the stunner is over, The Rock is doing backflips, but then he kicked out. Like what? Oh hold on.
Exactly.
It's a,
Exactly.
To me, when it comes to the
Johnny
finisher stuff,
Gargano should not be jumping out, should not be kicking out
I
of a
agree with you
super
there.
move.
But to me, when
Why
it comes to
not?
the
It's
finisher
a
stuff,
because let's
there's
really
only
be
one
real. Like
route.
this dude, go ahead, so go ahead. So. Y'all motherfuckers need to
Gargano's a
stop shitting on that
first off.
storyline, though.
When it
First
Y'all
when it
off.
got
comes
it.
to when it
We're
comes
gonna
First
to
do
off.
a
new fans,
we're gonna
First
do a
off.
watch party. We're gonna do a watch
First off.
party one day when it comes to
Gargano.
their matches.
First off.
We're gonna do a watch party.
Gargano's a damn midget. He should not be kicking out of power moves.
But
also
so is
too, when it
Ciampa.
comes
What you mean?
when it comes to power moves, when it comes to like kickouts and stuff, I see it two ways. There's doing it the proper route, which is what most wrestlers do, and then there's just doing it because you're just fucking lazy.
Yeah.
And
They don't know how to tell
the
a
two most
story.
obvious examples of this, I never want to see him again. I could not stand Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns. As many times as they've had matches, all their matches were fucking lazy because it's just F5, spear, suplex,
Right.
F5. They're not doing anything else. And then John Cena and The Rock.
Well, other than the
Not
latest match, remember
not,
right.
right.
The SummerSlam match was actually
John
really
Cena
good.
and The Rock. Not the first match, but the second one. The one they had at WrestleMania 29 where it was just Rock, F you,
What?
Rock, like no creativity at all. So
Well,
I
here's
hate
which one?
Here's the thing. I don't think they believe
The
that they
second
could.
one?
I don't think they
the
could have
second
got
one. The second one, yes.
I don't think they was
Aw.
able to get the same magic as the first one.
No
Remember
wait,
the first
the second one did he tear his pelvis off his bone? So you can't really blame him for that.
Oh yeah, the
No, I'm
Rock
not
did
talking-
get
I
hurt.
mean, the whole match wasn't good, bro. Go back to the
It wasn't.
29 match.
It-
Like, it was
it
just
wasn't
them
like the
getting
first
finished the whole
match. It wasn't like the first match. The first match was rated 5 stars. The second one, it was hard to top it. You can't.
And then Roman and Brock, the only match, ironically enough, this is the messed up part about Roman and Brock. As many times as they wrestled, the only match where they tried something different was the first one and the one they just had recently. The one the first one at Mania was different, and the one they just did was every other match though sucked.
Yeah, like the Last Man Standing. That was a perfect match for them because I believe like you had to beat the motherfuckers senseless till they couldn't get up.
Ooh.
Roman
Hey,
Reigns
guys,
and Brock Lesnar.
I'm leaving work,
Oh, yeah.
so I'll talk to you guys later. I'm leaving work.
All right, later, Nate.
Take care,
All
guys.
right, Nick. Yes, I'm about to shut down soon anyway. I got a long ass weekend ahead of me. But go ahead, y'all. Shut it down like at the 2 hour mark. You know how I do. Go ahead.
Anyway, JBL's a top 5 heel and a top 10 wrestler.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not. He ain't no top
Wrestling
10
God.
wrestler. Top
You
5
can't talk
heels.
about
Most of the top 5 heels are dead right now.
you
And
can't
that's
talk about wrestling without JBL.
I know one of the most
heel?
slept on heels that should have been heavyweight champion. One of them, the most slept on heels
Oh, Scott
that
Hall.
should have been heavyweight champion was definitely Big Boss Man.
Oh yeah, Boss Man. Yeah,
Boss Man
Boss
should
Man
have
was
beat
Boss Man.
Big Show for that strap.
Nah, Big Show, he was too
Fuck outta
busy dragging
here.
his dead
Hell yeah, that
That
whole
was
pep.
horrible, man.
What that whole shit with my daddy. That storyline was funny as hell.
No, the only thing that Big Boss Man was good for was calling him the Big Slow. I could not stop laughing at.
Yo, Boss
With
Man
the
was a
megaphone.
vicious dude.
Yeah, but
Boss Man was grimy as fuck. Like him,
He was
not
too-
winning the heavyweight championship, the
was
WWE
too-
championship.
He
That was a
too old at
crime.
the time. They should have gave it to him like in the 90s, like when they really needed someone to carry the belt. Because remember,
Ric Flair was hurt. Macho Man's contract situation. They could have gave it to him like 91, 92 after the
After them beating nails.
yeah, they could have gave it to him. Matter of fact,
Because that's when he had beef with nails, right? Like in '92, if I'm not
but
mistaken.
then at the same time, that would have got in the way of Bret Hart, and they needed a new star. You know what? Big Boss Man should have probably won the title in the '80s because remember they had Hulk Hogan hold on for that goddamn belt for like damn near
Yeah, but then
seven out
Taker
of the
wouldn't have
eight
got.
years.
Yeah, and look how much
Seven out
money
of the eight
WWF
years.
made. And
Yeah,
WWF
but
made a shitload of money. It's pretty
But
obvious that was the right decision.
Taker beat him. Taker was the one who ended his reign. So without Taker updating the Bible, we would have, fucked that
Oh,
all up.
please.
no, he's right
Yeah.
about that. He's right
My
about
neck
that
brother.
because we
Call
would not got
Linda.
we would have not got Macho Man. We wouldn't have got Ric Flair in the greatest Royal Rumble of all time. The greatest
I
Royal
really want
Rumble.
to test that. I really want to test that claim. A lot of people say the Rumble that Flair won is the best Rumble of all time. I really want to
No,
test that one. I
Yeah,
gotta
look at
start
this
looking at some Royal Rumbles and really, you know what I'm
it's
saying, give
because
my
not.
own judgment on that.
For
Because
because
a
it was
lot of
me,
people really
for,
say
for,
that.
for me,
it,
it
it was
goes
unpredictable.
92, 2001, 2005, 2020, and you can debate about what the fifth one is, but it's up there. If you don't think 92 is the best, it's up there. So
It's not.
It was unpredictable. Look at the star power that was in
right,
there.
Scott.
Look
Yes,
at the
Scott's right.
and look how the
Same
crowd
thing.
reacted. The crowd acted a
See,
damn fool.
when it comes
Today's
to
fans are
a good
boring.
Rumble, these are the three things that you need for a good Rumble. Number one, like Scott said,
Star power.
unpredictability. Most years in a Rumble, you can sort of like narrow down like for instance, next year we know Cody's winning. We know that. So that automatically hurts the
Do
Rumble.
we?
The Rumble
Fan
this year, we knew that Ronda Rousey was coming back, and that really
fan
hurt the Rumble.
interaction. You need
So-
fan
so-
interaction.
The more unpredictable it is to call, the better it is. The second thing that
What
Rumble
about-
needs is star power, like Scott said. If you look at the 92 Rumble, you have guys like Hogan, you have Piper, Savage, Warrior. Who else was in there? I think you had Mr. Perfect was in there. Piper
Yeah,
was
I think
in there.
Earthquake was in there.
Yeah, Sid was in there. And then if you look at
Yeah,
2001, you had Austin, Rock, Kane, Triple H, Angle, Jericho, like just all these top guys. So that's the second thing that makes the Rumble good. The third
And they
thing
also said the crowd.
right. The
Of
third
course.
thing that you need to have a good Rumble is not necessarily about who wins, but you need to have stories in the Rumble. Like sometimes like storylines and feuds will start in a Rumble. Like I know you remember this one, Sandman. Remember when Owen and Bulldog were tag team champions, and then Owen accidentally eliminated Davey Boy, and then that led to them feuding while they were tag team champions, and then that led to Brett reforming the Hart Foundation later that year. So if you
Yeah,
have
that's when Owen was crying and all that. Say we should have been doing this. We
So
should
when
be
you have
together.
like side feuds and side storylines like in the Rumble, then that also makes it better. Like people forget when Shawn
Jake,
Michaels and Kurt Angle had their match at WrestleMania, they had never met before. Their first encounter was at the Rumble. Shawn Michaels just super kicked him out the ring, and then Kurt Angle went in there and just killed Shawn, and then that led to their match at Mania. So that's one thing WWE used to do, but they stopped doing it. They don't really do stories in the Rumble.
And remember,
they got to start back.
Kurt
doing
Angle went into a depression, then he just came out of nowhere and just bloodied him up on Raw. But I'm thinking about Jake the Snake slapping Macho Man's wife.
I think one of the best Rumbles ever has to be the one at Madison Square Garden.
Which one?
Was Cena came back?
Yeah, that one has to be one of the best because Piper's entrance in that one when Jimmy Snuka was already in the ring, like that has to be one of the greatest.
That was a good one. Yeah, that was a good one.
But
Undertaker Shawn started off the whole. Undertaker Shawn started off the whole Rumble.
Some people didn't like this one because of Brock, but the one before COVID, 2020, when Brock was champion, he was just eliminated.
No, that Rumble was good.
Yeah. I think 27. I think the one for I think it was the 27th one. I think it was the one 2007 one with Khali was in the ring dominating at his peak, and then Undertaker came back, and then
Oh
he
yeah,
destroyed
yeah.
him and took it.
I remember that one.
That was the one where Undertaker won. The one where Undertaker won was probably the best one.
Of
Not-
course it
Right.
is.
That was
and
why
then
the 2015 Rumble was so that was the one that Roman won. Many people say the 2015 one was bad, and it's not just because Roman won that made it bad. It was because that one had no story. Because Daniel Bryan, he came back, and if you remember, he came back and they eliminated him like 5 minutes into the Rumble by I think it was Bray Wyatt, and it went nowhere. And then Kane and Big Show were the last three people in the ring. And it was who the fuck cares about Kane and the Big Show? And Tony
Right, exactly.
That's when
the
Bray
one that
Wyatt
Taker
had it.
won.
That's when Bray. Yep.
The one that Taker won, the reason why I think that's one of the best, if not the best, is because that planted the seeds for everything else to happen 7 years down the road. Once that happened, then you got the next year them two kicking it off, and then later that year you had them headlining WrestleMania, or I think it was the next year after that. Then you had them headlining WrestleMania again, and then you had them, best friends, going at it with each other with Taker and Triple H. You had that going on for 3 years, and then you had, that whole thing. That Rumble started the whole Shawn Michaels and Undertaker. We never saw these two since 1995 or whatever, and now they're in the same ring fighting for the Rumble spot.
Nope, my favorite is 92 because it showed me two things. One, that Ric Flair was the Iron Man that he claimed that he was, and I was generally pissed the fuck off that Ric Flair won that title. I was throwing shit at the TV. I had never been so mad in my life when Ric Flair won the title.
Yeah,
One,
I ain't gonna lie. I used to
Rumble-
get mad at Rick a lot of times.
The
Hold on,
92 Rumble. The 92
hold
Rumble.
on, wait. I gotta stop y'all because
Okay.
you had the 2 minute mark and all that. You guys are awesome as always. Stop playing, y'all, and hit that damn thumbs up, B. It's gladly appreciated. I'm trying to bring more people up in here. You know what I'm saying? To chop it up with us. Also, some females too. You females out there that know about the old fashioned wrestling, what may have you, y'all can pull up too, man. Everybody can have their opinion here on the round table. And,
exactly. I need some females to be on the hate train with me and Sasha Banks.
yeah, B. And this coming Tuesday, you already know we got a lot to talk about. You know what I'm saying? You got Clash of the Castle. We got Monday Night Raw. We got
we're gonna be too
NXT
tired.
pay-per-view.
We're gonna be too drained after Sunday because of that long pay-per-view.
Yeah, it's a lot to talk about this coming Tuesday because that's the next time I go live. So
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to watch all that wrestling after Saturday.
It's gonna be a lot.
And then AEW kills me. I can't stay up to 1 o'clock in the morning watching wrestling. And
you got NXT. You still got because NXT plays on Sunday also, right? Their pay-per-view, right? Or their
ain't nobody worry about NXT.
They actually got a decent card though. Their card don't look bad.
They just need to get the belt off Braun Breaker and bring him up. And get rid of that stupid name. Braun Steiner. The hell with Braun Breaker.
No, Rex Steiner, that name was perfect. Rex Steiner.
Not no
that name
Braun
sounds
Breaker.
so badass.
And they need
that name sounds badass as fuck. Rex Steiner.
They need to bring up Solo and Von Wagner. Put the low
I heard about that.
basket.
Before we go, I heard that they was planning on bringing up Solo to the blowout. And if that's the case,
bye.
This dude has to be looking strong. Roman Reigns, because once Roman Reigns lose the belts, the bloodline story is over.
No, it's not. They're gonna attack Sami Zayn. I see it coming.
Not good.
I see
Roman Reigns can't lose. If they plan on doing all this shit,
he can lose.
He don't need the title.
If he loses, he gotta lose only one of those belts, man.
No, he can lose them both. Fuck him. His story's
he
boring.
He don't need the title no more. He don't need to have a title reign for 1,000 days.
This is my problem with
he needs the title.
He doesn't need the
No,
title.
here's my problem, man. Everybody keeps saying he don't need the title because he had a lengthy reign, but it's like, is anybody ever gonna have a more than 2 year reign? Why can't nobody
No,
just
he
like?
doesn't need the titles because there's nothing else to do. They don't have the wrestlers to kill another
There's plenty
9
to
months.
do.
before
You got
Mania
Karrion
next
Cross
year.
back. You got Drew
You got
McIntyre.
Karrion
You
Cross.
got
You
Kevin
They're not
got
Owens.
gonna do
you
heel
got
versus
Braun
heel.
Strowman
They're not
coming
gonna
back.
do
You
that.
got Kevin Owens.
They already did
Seth
Yeah.
Rollins.
They already did Rollins.
No, do it
They
again.
actually
Because
don't have
Rollins,
they
he
actually got
still
unfinished
can't beat
business.
Rollins. He
They
still
Yeah,
got
hasn't
Reigns
beat
Shayna.
Rollins.
and Rollins, they got unfinished business actually.
Bro,
Reigns won
I
on
ain't watching
DQ.
9 more months
They,
of this boring bloodline bullshit. I'm
they
sorry.
got Gunther. After
Gunther
Gunther's
could.
done with
They're
Sheamus.
not doing
Sheamus.
heel versus heel. This is WWE, bro.
Nah,
Why
Gunther's
not?
gonna be the champion for a minute. I don't see them taking the belt off of Gunther no time soon. He's gonna hold down that mid card. I see
Yeah.
that happening.
I'm not saying hold down the mid card, but I'm saying you can have an Intercontinental Champion go against a champion.
No, you're not gonna do heel versus heel. They don't do that.
Oh,
Undertaker
that's
did
why
it.
I hate wrestling.
It's a hate and love relationship when it comes to wrestling.
Well,
That's always been the
I mean,
vibe.
I'm just
technically,
waiting for
Drew,
tomorrow
Kevin Owens is
when
a
all
heel.
them little girls start crying when Liv Morgan lose that title. I'm gonna be cheering. I'm gonna be cheering for my girl Shayna Baszler. That's the baddest woman on the planet. I can't wait till they get rid of Liv Morgan's punk ass off TV, and I
I like
can't
Liv
wait for
Morgan.
Sasha Banks to come back so she can get slapped too by my
And
girl,
there you have it, y'all.
Raquel
We're gonna end it
Rodriguez,
on that. You know what I'm saying? I'll see you
the,
guys on
the most
Tuesday,
beautiful
B. You
woman
know
in
the vibes.
wrestling, Raquel
On
Rodriguez.
Tuesday, we're gonna have episode 52, and we're gonna talk about this whole wrestle-filled weekend, B. You already know the vibes, B. I'ma holla at E. Losers.